get the facts.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Friday. It's just Friday, people. Come on. It's just Friday. I joke. It's Friday, February 14, 2025. Some people are celebrating Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to those of you who are celebrating Valentine's Day. If you're not celebrating Valentine's Day, happy Friday to you. TGIF. It's the weekend. And that's what's most important. I joke. Good morning to you if you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you're listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Nationwide 90 FM, LIVE, and the number 2 right beside that. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live and whenever we post a video. And we go live for most of our shows, so you can join us live on YouTube. I want to say good morning to Herman. Good morning to you, Herman. Albert Morgan is also in the YouTube chat. Good morning to you. Errol Townsend, good morning. Horatio JM, good morning. Donna Johnson, good morning to you as well. Sonia Hutton, good morning to let me see who else is there. Kariva Peart, good morning to you. Ryder 40, good morning. Ines Campbell Murray, Hugh Donaldson, The Big Steve Cooking Show. Haven't seen that name in a while. Good morning to you. And all the others over there on YouTube, good morning. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you as well. It's a Friday morning, which means it's JPS Cares.
The hour between 9 and 10 is brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
JPS. Aye, my JPS app. The mobile app breaks a set hot. With the mobile app, you feel know you can't flop the app. In a happiness, cause what? My JPS app easy to not riddle my light of it bright than the moon. If I want thing me love me JPS app, me I tell you about it in the tune. My JPS app easy to not riddle for me light of it bright than the moon. If I want thing me love me JPS app, yeah we fully outside with the crew. JPS, pouring what matters.
And if you are watching on YouTube, the lady you see to my right, dancing, jigging, is Ruthlyn Johnson. Guys, I met Ruthlyn for the first time. Can you believe it? Seeing Ruthlyn for the first time. Good morning to you, Ruthlyn.
Good morning. It's such a pleasure, to meet you.
Absolutely.
After all this time, we've been speaking to each other. Yes, finally.
So,
and the engineer and Michelle and everybody.
And everybody. Yes. So, Ruthlyn decided to pop up and show us some love. People, if nobody never decided to give me anything today, JPS, they came through. Yes. I got a nice bouquet. It's filled with chocolate. People like expensive chocolate too. I don't know, eat that chocolate. Expensive chocolate. Yeah, good. And I some roses in the middle there. Nice. I'm gonna get bouquet, people. Big up JPS every time.
Happy Valentine's Day, Nora.
Thank you so much. All right, so this morning, guys, of course, it's a Friday morning, which means it is time for JPS Cares, and Ruthlyn Johnson is inside studio with me this morning. And Ruthlyn is gonna give us some tips about bringing back the love. Given it's Valentine's Day and all. Yes.
It's Valentine's Day. So, some people are celebrating and some might not be celebrating.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. Even if you are not, it's still Happy Love Day, because love is something all of us should have, all of us want, all of us need.
That's true.
So it's Happy Love Day to every single person who's listening. And all my, the people who've always come on and spoken to us, and those who give us the nice compliments and stuff. Just want to big up everybody.
Yes.
And I want to big up the nationwide crew, because through you we're able to reach our customers, our stakeholders, and so we absolutely appreciate the fact that you're always there for us. So happy Valentine's Day, happy Love Day, whatever you're celebrating, happy whatever day it is for you. All right, now JPS, of course, we want to join the Love Day, and we want to celebrate, we want to bring back the love, the kind of love that unites communities, the kind of love that causes us to think of each other. Today at the office, before I left there, one of the technicians actually came out and gave all the ladies little bags of chocolates.
Nice.
Small but so thoughtful. Big up yourself, Mary, we love you. Yes, so I just want to say, do something kind for people today. So I just want to give some tips for how we can bring back the love to each other as we go throughout today and onwards. Am I allowed to start?
Go right ahead.
Yes. First thing, we want to show respect for the elderly and expecting mothers. Now, I know we're at a time in this country, Nora, where, I haven't taken a bus for a long time, I know. But, I've heard the stories of expecting mothers going on a bus and everybody just sit down there. My grandmother would say the trunk back man, them just sit down.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Yes. We want to move away from that. We want to go back to the days when everybody would be jumping up and trying to offer that lady the seat.
Yes.
Or the elderly. When I see the elderly, my dad is 97.
Wow.
I can tell you. So I love old people. So I'm always doing stuff for them. You want to help them. Because you know that you're going to get there one day. Either that or you're going to die.
Exactly.
And since we all don't want to die, we want to get to be old, right? So respect the elderly. Show them love continuously. Whenever you see them, if they have a need, whatever it is, offer them some care.
Assist where
Bring
you
back
can.
the love to the elderly and the expecting mothers. Then I want us to do this one. This one is so popular. It's the era of social media. Everybody's into grabbing their phones and taking pictures. So somebody falls, we grab our picture.
It's not a moment for a video.
It's not a moment for a video. Guys, can we please go back to helping the person, to get up, instead of grabbing our phones and videotaping, and then when somebody is in their worst moment, we're going to send those videos all over the place. And it's disrespectful to the person.
Absolutely.
We want to leave people with their integrity. At least something when you're in your bad moment. Please don't publicize. Instead of grabbing your phone, grab the person.
Exactly. And
not hard.
Put yourself
Yes.
in the position. If that were you, would you want people to be videoing? No. So don't do it.
My team will always tell you, that's my favorite line. If it were you.
Exactly.
If this were me in this situation, how would I want to be treated? And use that as the base from which you deal with others. Yes. So don't grab your phone.
Grab the
Offer
person.
a helping hand.
Try to help.
Right? Thank you so much. Then we want to practice good manners. This one is simple.
A lost art, A lost art.
And
Manners.
what did our granny tell us?
Manners take you through the world.
Take you through the world.
Somebody say take your palm bus and take your... I don't know. But yeah.
Well, we want to bring people back to that place where you remember that please and thank you and good morning and good afternoon are words that are so simple, so easy to say, but can bring you a lot of love, and it can create a whole different vibe between you and somebody else.
Yes, indeed.
I'm known for saying thank you all the time, and sometimes I say, all right, Ruthlin, we're here already. Or I'm going to say good morning.
Yeah.
And they say, you say good morning already. I'm going to say, so what, you got that if I say one next one? One more now go kill you, don't
Right,
you?
that's
You can
so
say good
true.
morning as many times as you want to. It's a wonderful thing to do. It shows respect for others. It shows care. It shows that, the latest term, I see you.
There you
shows
go.
that I
Yes.
see you.
Yes,
So
indeed.
say good morning, say thank you. Just be loving to each other, people. Please, I'm asking you. It's very simple. It don't cost you no money. Just do it. Then we want to look out for the children. We spoke about the elderly earlier.
Yes.
Now the children are our responsibility. Once you become about 19 thereabouts and you call yourself adult, it's now your responsibility to look out for the children.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see them and they look like they're in need, if them look like them lost their parents, don't laugh. I've seen people laughing at all kinds of things that are related to children, and you wonder, when did we get so insensitive? What
Yeah.
is wrong with us as a people? We want you to note that the children are there and they have a need in whatever way, and you assist them. Have you lost your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people say you don't lose your mom as your mom lost you, but it don't matter. Whatever the case is,
true.
assist the children. We are here to protect them. They're innocent, they're vulnerable. We must look out for them.
Absolutely.
So please, I'm asking you to bring back the love by taking care of the children. Normally, when I'm in my office, I get the feeling that it's about time for the break. It's not
It
time for
is
the break.
about time for the break. Your feelings
I'm
are
feeling
so
the
correct.
break.
Yes. Your gut feelings are working. It's correct. So we are up on the break. So we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we continue with JPS Scares. We're hearing how we're gonna bring back the love.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:16.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
JPS. Aye, my JPS app. The mobile app brave as I said hot. With the mobile app, you feel know you can't flop the app. In a happiness, cause what? My JPS app easy, turn a riddle my light. I feel bright than the moon. If I want thing me love me JPS app, me I tell you about it in a the tune. My JPS app easy, turn a riddle for me light. I feel bright than the moon. If I want thing me love me JPS app, yeah we fully outside with the crew. JPS, pouring what matters.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull out the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice, beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one.
Me too.
Mother's Bakery Buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. It's JPS Cares, and we have in studio with us this morning Ruthlyn Johnson, of course, Customer Service Area Manager for the East at JPS, and she's here telling us how we can bring back the love we left before the break on the point of taking care of our children. It still takes a village, people. Still takes a village. Don't ignore the kids. Don't ignore the children because you're picking them. Look upon them. No, that's not how we're gonna do things. We're gonna take care of all the children. Nice.
I wish I could get everybody to say, today I commit to.
Today I commit to
bringing back the love.
And
doing what's right.
And doing what's right. You got one person to say
thank you.
Nice.
How about my engineer? Yes.
What is this? You're saying today
It's
I commit
a peace up sign.
I don't know what Kevin is doing over
He's
there.
committing to bringing back the love. And Michelle as well.
There we go.
Wonderful. I got 3.
Nice.
There we go. All right. We're moving on to social media. My pet peeve. Social media. Yes. It's wonderful. But it also has some very, very...
It can be a bad thing too.
Negative sides to it. That side where we do cyberbullying. Can we please stop it? It's said that sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never harm me. But that's not true. We have come to realize that words are actually very powerful. They can do things. There are people who are vulnerable. There are people who may have been verbally abused from they were born.
Yeah.
And so words can just completely damage them.
Yes.
And then we have social media now giving people the opportunity to stay behind their computers and say all kinds of things about others because you're not seeing them, and you're not right there in their presence, so you can't grab them. And so they're just doing all kinds of things and saying all kinds of things and hurting people in the worst way.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamaicans are probably a little bit harder than some others, but in some places, people have actually taken their lives because of cyberbullying. We're going to ask you today to stop it.
Yeah.
Stop bullying others on social media. Be uplifting, be encouraging. I find it so weird sometimes, like somebody will say, Nora's hair is so nice, and somebody just needs to say, what's so nice about fair hair?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, why are we like this? When did we get to this place? Is it something within us that
it is?
We need to purge?
Yeah, it's a reflection of who you are inside, and I will add to that. If you think about something negative to say,
don't say it.
Don't say it.
And
don't
the grannies used to tell us that too.
Yeah.
If you don't have nothing good to say,
nothing.
don't say anything. So we want to stop the cyberbullying, bring back the love in the space. Say something good. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it and don't write it, please. Then we want to bring back honesty and integrity. No.
Another lost art.
Yeah. This one is so gone.
Yeah.
Because so many people think that going around the back door, going around the corner is the okay way, and it has become so pervasive that we don't even realize that
second
that
nature
is wrong.
almost.
Like, somebody will tell me, yeah man, me keep a little money in my car so I can give police when you stop me. Like, what? You are doing this, you're actually planning to give the bribe.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody one time and they told me, I was saying that if I'm stopped and I get a ticket, I just pay it. Because I sometimes you can see where you're wrong. I know there are other cases where,
if you're not.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, no man, the trick is just put the money in your documents.
Oh, jeez.
So when you hand over the documents and them open, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, you saw the report on the corruption index the other day where we fell. Yeah. It has become the norm. We've normalized it. I want us to get back to the place though where we realize that you can't do this. I've been to the depot and was talking to one time to, it's a horror story, I think, talking to a pastor who was there, and he was telling me that it's the first time him coming there with them car. He's never actually taken his car there.
Because he just pay a man.
And him carry the papers come. And I'm saying, but you're a pastor though. And he says, but everybody in Jamaica does this. I say, I come here every time.
It's like the norm.
Listen, I want us to stop and be conscious. You know, always to be conscious of what you do. Be conscious of the fact that a society that thrives on honesty and integrity is one that's going to be a better place.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of spin-offs from the little things that we do that are wrong, but we normalize them, and they're little things, because when you do this, like I always feel like the man who starts stealing will end up 10 years down the line doing something even more dangerous, because the theft was simple and then the other things became simple, and then eventually murder becomes something that is okay as well. So we want to not create that kind of journey for anybody. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna set examples for the young so that they can see what is right. We need to start living. We're not perfect, by the way, just in case somebody out there saying, what's she going like she perfect? We're not perfect, but we're going to be conscious of the fact that we don't want to do the wrong.
Right.
So that you can actually pull yourself back when you find yourself in a situation where you may want to veer off in that direction and probably just do the right thing. So because we want to bring back the love to our society. Then we want to resolve conflicts with respect. Jeez.
And not violence.
And not violence. This is another lost art again.
Yes.
Listen, people. Conflicts are a thing. They're going to happen.
Natural.
We're all different. We're from different.
We will disagree.
We're going to disagree. But can we just agree to disagree and walk away?
Talk about it. If you don't agree, then that's okay.
How can you be fighting somebody over a dumpling and all these kinds of things, and you're stabbing somebody over flowers in the garden and all? Listen, I don't know why. I've always heard that we come from whatever tribe that was dropped off here.
Let's not
because
make excuses.
But it is not the reason why we have to get like that. Sometimes with our own family members, you are fighting off your sister, and you're fighting off your brother, and you're stabbing your brother. What is that?
I don't know.
And then people sometimes say, no, man, but it's just angry at the time and me lose it.
Yeah.
Be conscious. That's my key word all the time. Be conscious of what you're doing so that you can avoid some of these. We cannot be resolving conflicts by fighting each other physically. It really doesn't make sense. No, it's not going to end well. So can we just stop that as well? And we want to show gratitude and appreciation. Every morning when you wake up, you should be happy that you wake up. Trust me. Because you couldn't never wake up.
That's right.
So just be happy that you wake up and be grateful for that, and say, thank you, Lord, I'm up again. Here, we're going to go again. And then you show gratitude for everything that goes on around you. There's so much to be grateful for. All kinds of simple things, instead of moaning and groaning over, oh, me never get no Valentine chocolate. But guess what? Me get life.
Exactly.
I wake up this morning.
Exactly.
Oh, me never get the bus left me. But you did get to take a taxi instead, yeah? There's always something else that you can be happy about, because you are actually here, and once you're here, it's an opportunity to make good of your situation.
Yeah.
So don't sit down and gripe and moan and groan. Get up and say, yeah, let me see how I can fix this. Let me see how I can do this, or I can get around this. Be grateful, because there's a lot to be grateful
4. Absolutely. It's, sometimes it's almost instinctive to focus on like the negative and the bad thing that's happening. But try today to focus on what's good around you. Trust me, you can find a lot of things.
Yes.
No matter how bad your circumstances are. There's
always something in there. Yeah. Do I keep going?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Have 2 more
Did you
to
feel
go.
like the break was coming?
I was feeling the break.
You're a little early.
All right. So give without expecting something in return. Yes, this one is no. There's still a lot of people who give. I've found a lot of givers. There's a lot of givers around me, and maybe because I'm a giver, so maybe because I'm a giver, I attract the givers, and people realize. I keep telling them, the more you give, the more you get. It's a principle that worked for me in Nora.
Yeah.
If you give somebody $5, trust me, you'll get $10 in another few days, or maybe same time, or maybe
I
same
have $5
day.
to give you before you leave.
Yeah,
you're gonna leave without.
Yes, please give it to me, because you're gonna get $10 before the day ends.
All right,
it works. Give people. Have a sense of giving.
Yeah,
and giving doesn't mean you have to give money. You can give time.
True.
You can give treasure. You can give love. You can give compliments. Just keep giving to others, because the more you give, the more you get. But you're not going to get it if you say, I'm giving it to you because I want to get back something. Your intentions are important. Right. You must be pure in the way you're giving. Yes. Give to others because you have that within you. You want to ensure that people around you are feeling good about themselves. You want to give love. You want to share with them. So keep giving so that you can get in return without expecting it.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And the final one, value your family and your community bonds. This is important because when you really get down to it, the only thing you really, really have that for sure is should be your family, right? Your loved ones, the people who you spend time with all the time. It means that you have to treasure them, you have to value them.
Yes.
And your community that you live in, whether it's a big community or a small community, whatever your community is. Some people say, I have only a friend or whatever. Some people have, my community is small, my community is tight. Whether it's tight or it's big, I say I have friends in concentric circles, that's me. Whatever it is for you, make sure that you value them, treat them well, so you're not living with regret.
Yeah.
Maybe on your dying day, you're saying, boy, I really wish I had done this for Nora.
True.
I wish I'd said to Nora somewhere that I love her. I wish I'd told John, that he's a fabulous person. Because sometimes, even a compliment, people are holding back on it, They see you doing something and they're really proud of you, but
they don't say
something with them, them never say it. And then later on, them say, I wish me to tell Nora, say, I really appreciate, so she turned this big star for her nationwide and things.
Big star.
And but you never said it.
Right.
So, give the compliment, say what you want to say, value your family, your friends in whatever way. If you know that your mom loves, for example, today's Valentine's Day, but you know that your mom loves a good plate of salt mackerel and green bananas,
cook it for her.
Yeah. And give it to her and make her happy. And the memories that you make, you're going to value them later on, because there are moments in our lives when we're not doing well, and what is going to keep us and hold us at that point in time are actually the memories that you had with your family and your friends.
True.
So treasure them, value them, and make sure that you maintain and consciously keep them close.
Yeah.
Because it's important to do so.
And
bring back the love.
I'll add to that final point. If you have any grouses or if there's any malice within your, clear it up, man.
And get rid of
You don't want to wait until people die and then you're saying, oh God, the last thing I said to her was so horrible. And, yeah, man, don't wait, because you never know. You never know.
A friend had told me that sometimes when you see people crying at funerals and bawling really badly, it's not that
they miss the
it's
person.
Not they miss the person, but it's that there's some unresolved thing that they never get to clear up, and them saying, Jesus, me never get the opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So clear up the malice. Don't keep any malice with your family.
Cut and clear.
Cut and clear. That was the last one.
That's the last one.
Okay, great. Because we're up on the break, so we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we have more JPS Cares.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:30.
Hurt less with Pharma Joint Flex. Taking Pharma Joint Flex daily helps to repair, replenish, and revitalize worn, damaged cartilage that causes joint pain. Do you suffer from arthritis and chronic joint pain? Then Pharma Joint Flex is the remedy for you. Our all-natural formula contains glucosamine and chondroitin, ingredients for joint repair, so you can get relief. Ask your pharmacist or doctor for Pharma Joint Flex, distributed by Massey.
The Global Tourism Resilience Conference. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover on February 17. The third edition of the Global Tourism Resilience Conference brings together tourism leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to engage in insights and ideas. Expect panel discussions, networking sessions, and presentations on how to future-proof the travel and tourism sectors. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online on Monday, February 17 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference at the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares, and in studio with me this morning on Valentine's Day in her red and white is Ruth Lynn Johnson, Customer Service Area Manager for the East. And before the break, if you're just joining us, Ruth Lynn gave us about 10 tips, I believe, 10 tips
Yes.
for how to bring back the love to Jamaica, to our society, to our families, because we've lost our way somehow, and we want to bring back the love. And I was telling Ruth Lynn in the break that it's either because it's Valentine's Day or because she's in studio. There is so much love in the chat, and I'm not seeing any negativity towards JPS this morning. So I'm saying, Ruth Lynn, maybe you need to come in studio for JPS Cares every Friday so that we can have this love in the chat. I love to see it. I love to see it. But we are at the point in the program now where we're gonna do some giveaways. It's Valentine's Day, so we're gonna have to give away some love. And I remember last week we did not get to do a giveaway for YouTube.
Oh, yes.
So
right.
let's do YouTube first. And I understand that there are about 4 people on the phone lines waiting. So let's quickly do one for YouTube and then go to the phone lines.
Right. So for YouTube, we will want the person to tell us how they're going to be showing love on this Valentine's Day.
Simple.
Very easy.
How are you gonna show love on Valentine's Day? Please remember, keep it PG. We can't read. It's a morning program. We can't read anything else. So just tell us how you're gonna show love. PG. All right. There Herman goes answering questions we didn't ask, but you know that's just how it goes. There goes Angela Greaves as well. Not seeing anybody. Okay, Shauna Brown says, I'm gonna say something nice and buy someone lunch. Nice.
Beautiful. That works well for me.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Shauna. And for that, what we're giving away today, we're giving away Amar's vouchers.
Yes, I forgot to say that.
So we will get one for Shauna.
Yeah. Buy yourself a nice outfit, Shauna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You want to go to the
phone lines?
The phone?
Who do we have first on the phone lines this morning? Who's coming next? Kerry? All right. Kerry, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Oh, thanks, and same to both of you in studio.
Thank you, Kerry. Happy Valentine's Day to you. All right, my question to you, give me 2 ways in which I mentioned that you could bring back the love to our wonderful country.
Show respect to elders and expecting mothers. Look out for children and stop cyberbullying other people.
All right, you're gone to 3.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations. Yay. You got yourself an Amar's voucher.
Nice. Congratulations, Kerry.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to run the same question, but I don't want those 3 that we just got.
All right. Who next do we have on the phone lines? We got Wesley. Good morning, Wesley.
My Mr. Wesley.
Morning, my lady.
Hi, Mr. Wesley.
Wesley, you did have to get through this morning, you know, Wesley.
Yeah, tell you. Listen, you know, man. Although me not celebrate Valentine's, but me I love the whole out, you know. I bring back the love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Johnson, it's good to see you in studio.
Oh, I don't know.
my
I don't know if
goodness.
he knows what I look like. You know, come to think of it. Hi, this is me.
It's nice seeing you, man.
Yes.
Good.
All right, so Wesley, you're gonna answer the question.
Yes,
So
man.
listen, I'm giving the same question, which is, give me 2 of the ways I mentioned that you can bring back the love, but I don't want the 3 that
Carrie gave before.
Carrie gave show respect to elders
And expecting mothers.
and
Children.
and the children
And cyberbullying.
Yeah, man.
and cyberbullying. So we want 2 more.
I take off those, man, so I know some enough answer.
Okay.
All right. Let me start with what I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
Practice good manners.
Yeah. Very
Right?
good.
Yes.
And be thankful. That is it. And let me give you number 2 now. Number 2, resolve conflict with respect.
And not violence.
All right.
Good.
Thank you. You're an excellent student as always.
Thank you so much.
Wesley, have a notebook and a pen.
man.
Once I'm here at Nationwide, you know, I have to be a good student.
There we go.
All right. You have a whole university.
I'm telling you. All right.
So congrats. Your Mars voucher will be, we'll work it out and get it to you.
Indeed.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any more?
We could ask the same question on, we're probably going to get ourselves in trouble if we go to YouTube with it because they've been trying to answer that for a long time.
Right, because they already answered and then we argue, say it's them first.
Let me go back and ask them, the next person who can quickly write how they are going to show love today.
All right.
Let's see the next person. Not the ones who wrote already, the ones who are just to come now. So be quick with your fingers.
All right, let me see. All right. News commentator JA is the first one I'm seeing with one.
No, that's not saying what she's going to do.
Oh, no. That's not the question for you. Okay. All right. So I will go to...
there it is.
Sharifa. Is it Sharifa?
Yes.
Providing support to the less fortunate neighbors by spending time offering food and being polite and courteous while interacting with everyone despite their professional class in society.
That's a lot of things, Sharifa. You're really going to do all of that?
Well, I mean...
It's a tall order. I mean, really. I would... If you do... I'm really, really proud of you. So, yes, congratulations. We're going to give her that voucher right there.
Nice. So, that was 2 for YouTube.
And I'm feeling nice. I'm just going to give Kariva, who was next, be kind. She's going to be kind to her coworker.
All right.
So we're going to throw one right over there as well.
JPS is giving the love.
It's a nice day, man. We're going to give people things.
All right. So, Dwayne is on the phone line. Does Dwayne have a complaint or...
He wants to answer a question?
Answer a question?
Because if not, then he can give us 2 more.
All right.
From the list that
Dwayne?
I gave.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Hello?
go right ahead, Dwayne. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good.
Yes. Yes, I'm here to answer a question if you have any.
All right, Dwayne. So here it is now. I don't know if you've been listening.
Yeah.
What I'd want you to do is to give me 2 of the ways that I mentioned that you can bring back the love to our country and to others, but I don't want you to mention the ones that are gone because some people mentioned about 5 of them already.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to give me 2 new ones because I gave 10.
A society that strive on integrity and honesty.
Hey,
all right.
Yes, boss. All right.
And the other one is show value to your family.
Value your family. Yeah,
Schedule.
absolutely. No, I feel like I'm a star teacher today.
Of course.
I'm a class learn. Yeah,
the class bright today.
The class bright. Yeah, man.
Bright.
Congratulations. Yes, we have an Mars voucher for you.
All right. So, Miss Johnson.
No, I don't want to mispronounce you. Wait, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yes, I want to speak to you too.
No problem.
I can give a number up here. I can speak to you.
You can if you don't want to talk about it here, then we can do it offline. But if you want, you can mention it here. You want it offline?
Yeah,
all right. So Michelle will take your number and I will call you.
No problem.
All right.
Somebody's telling me to go back to Herman's response. Herman wasn't answering the question that was asked, though.
No, I think what happened with Herman is that Herman answered the question that I'm asking on radio for the radio people.
Uh-huh.
And she answered it from long before.
Right.
I'm not, because I've been asking the YouTubers to say what they're going to do.
There we go.
For Valentine, to show love.
So Herman, the question was for the YouTubers to tell us what you're gonna do to show love today, not the 10 tips that Ruthlyn gave. And I don't think I'm seeing you answering that question.
No, I realize that you're always having a fight with your...
No, but I'm telling you, because they're not listening to me. They're not listening.
The thing is that they jump out the blocks quickly.
There we go.
And they kind of assume what the questions are going to be, which sometimes they're correct, but they usually answer them before I ask them.
There we go.
and in the order.
Ruthlyn is saying that she said help the elderly. So I am looking for where that help the elderly response came, Ruthlyn. To see if it came before.
Tell you what,
anybody.
Give Herman a voucher. It's fine. Herman, you get a voucher here.
All right,
give
Herman.
you a voucher, Herman. and Clash Clamp, I want you to leave me alone. I see he's trying to draw me out.
All right.
But we're feeling lovish all the time. Not just today, Clash Clamp. We are a loving company.
Yeah.
Despite whatever you may think. Because remember, things happen. The world is not perfect. So things happen. But it doesn't mean we don't love you. We love you. Come on. If we don't have you as our customers, how are we going to function and be viable as an entity?
Yeah.
We love our customers. Whatever we do that doesn't come across well, we try to fix it.
There you go. You heard
Thank
it
you.
from JPS's mouth themselves.
All right.
All right. And just for the YouTubers, I know sometimes when you look in your chat on your device, it will look different from what we are seeing. So, but we have to go with what we are seeing and not what you are seeing. Okay? Because I can't see what you are seeing. All right. Good. We have another caller on the line.
And thank you, Anne-Marie. I see your compliment. Thank you so much.
I tell you, it's all love. It's all love in the chat. Mr. Grant. Good morning, Mr. Grant.
Hi, pleasant good morning, Miss Nora and Miss Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Grant.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, ladies.
Thank you.
Happy
With
Valentine's
that
Day to
tone.
you. Right.
Wow.
Mr. Grant, you come out with a voice this morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like me don't want no more Happy Valentine's for the rest of the day. This is it.
Yeah, man. You guys, I listen to you guys every Friday morning, and it has been a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Thank you.
And to know that I'm what you would call it now, JPS customer.
Yes.
Good JPS customer. I love the tidbits. I love the educational aspect of your program each Friday morning. I listen. I live to listen to those things. Okay?
Thank you so much for listening. Because you know what I like about that? The fact that I always say that you're in a relationship with JPS. And the fact that you're in a relationship with us, it means you need to understand us. We need to understand you, and you need to understand us. And the only way you can do that is by learning. And learn, what are the things you need to know? What are your responsibilities? What are the responsibilities that we have to you? And once we get that sorted out, then sometimes we wouldn't be so angry at the company, and we wouldn't have the kind of conflicts that we have. Because a lot of time it's because people don't understand what they should know about the relationship that we have.
And then
so I'm happy when you say you love the educational aspect and you listen all the time to learn, because that means your relationship with us is going to be way more enriching.
Yeah.
It helped me a lot.
Yes.
Johnson.
And when we have conflicts, we're going to sort them out. We don't get upset.
Respectfully.
Sometimes I say, like my customers, let's say you get a bill for 500,000 and your bill always was $20,000. I don't think you need to be, oh my God, and JPS is wicked. I think the first thing you should say is, clearly something wrong here, so let me call them and find out what's going on. But instead of getting all,
blood vessel bursting.
Thank you. Blood vessel bursting kind of reaction. You really should just say, clearly something is wrong. Let me call this company and find out what went wrong here.
But Ruthlyn, I have to be on the side of the customer sometimes.
I am on the side of the customers too.
Well, I don't work at JPS, so but sometimes what compounds the issue is when sometimes you really you look and you say, no, this wrong, and you call JPS and you not get through in a Ruthlyn. And your email and you not get through. And you text and you don't get through.
And so it probably means that something is further wrong on our side. But then it means that you need to come check us. Come check us at
in the office. But then you know where you're going to get Ruthlin?
No, man. Don't say
the frustration from not getting through on the call, not getting through on the email.
That's not, but you make it sound like it's a guarantee. No, it's not a guarantee.
But what I'm telling you is, all that stress is going to be built up. So when you see me in person, you're going to get the red face.
But Miss Nora,
I get it, but I don't think it's the well, I guess I'm just different. I don't burst my blood vessel. But let's hear what my customer has to say. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. I always hear a person say that they cannot get through to JPS.
Mm-hmm.
But I find that strange.
Because you always get through, not true.
The 888-2255577
is... Give him a voucher.
It is so easy.
It works for you.
A voucher for you. Listen, you're not even have to answer no question this morning.
It works, Miss Nora. Trust me on that one.
Okay.
And you know something? I'm visually challenged,
Yeah?
Yes. And the
888-2255577
is my best number for JPS.
You're making Ruthlin a very happy woman.
I am so happy. I am so happy today. Listen. Remind me of your name again.
My name is Grant.
Mr. Grant, your name in my book.
That's not really my name, but that's
I read your name.
Right?
Mr. Grant, yes, you're my top customer today.
And before I go, I would like to speak with you, Miss Johnson. Is it possible?
Is it
after the program?
Yes, but you'll have to leave your number so I can call you when I get back to my office.
Yes, I'll leave it.
All right. Mr. Grant, thank you so much. Clearly, you're one of my biggest fans. JPS's biggest fan.
JPS customer.
And you are telling the other customers that you use the number and it works. I'm not saying that.
I
never pay you. I don't pay you to say these things.
There is a voice recording comes on when you go there. And it tells you that within 2 minutes' time. And trust me on that one. It's something that I can attest to the fact that it does work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Said if you want to hold on, you press 1. Or if you want to get a call back, you press 2. And within 2 minutes' time, somebody comes on to the phone. This morning I checked my bill, and that's how I approach it. And I never have no delay.
No delay.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Grant.
See there, you better put Mr. Grant in one promo.
No, I need to find out and put him on one of my social media team to get him in one of those
testimonial.
Yes, when I talk to him later, we're going to sort out something.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing.
Yeah, I'll leave my number.
Yes, stay on the line.
All right.
We are up on another break. A nice way to take a break. Yes. When we come back, we have more JPS Cares.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:48.
Public passenger vehicle operators and commercial carriers. Renew your road license online. It's as easy as 1-2 click. Visit the Transport Authority website at www.ta.org.jm. Choose your license type and click Apply Now. Sign in or create an account with your email address and complete the application process, uploading all relevant documents. Make payment using a debit or credit card. Once your application is approved, the Transport Authority will email you to collect your sticker. Pick up your sticker in office or utilize our courier service. Once the sticker is collected, your digital road license will be emailed to you. For more information, call the Transport Authority toll-free at 1-888-991-5687.
Yeah, here?
If you're tired of a cluttered office space, then you need to call Corporate Interiors International. We offer top quality industrial shelving, filing cabinets, and storage cabinets to keep your workspace organized and efficient, plus comfortable office chairs that will keep your team productive and focused. Visit us today at corporateinteriorsjm.com or call us at 876-630-0010 for more information. Corporate Interiors International. We sell solutions, not just furniture.
It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference. Tune in to Cliff Hughes online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover on February 17. The third edition of the Global Tourism Resilience Conference brings together tourism leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to engage in insights and ideas. Expect panel discussions, networking sessions, and presentations on how to future-proof the travel and tourism sectors. Tune in to Cliff Hughes online on Monday, February 17 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference at the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Norige Banton, and in studio with me this morning inside JPS Cares is Ruthlyn Johnson, and we just did a barrage of giveaways. Ruthlyn, I'm sure she gave away everything that she came here with to give away and more.
I think I gave away what I didn't have, but it's fine.
But she'll find it. Ruthlyn will make a way. But there are some persons expressing some concerns with JPS issues in the chat. God Emp or God EMP saying, I'm so upset with JPS. We're asking you to reach out so that we can get your issue and get your information so that Ruthlyn can give you a call and get some more details. And Sophia Nemard, you are expressing some concerns a bill that you got $1,400 in December. No one is at the property, and in January it came to $6,000. So asking you also to give us a call at 630-937-124, or maybe you can just call 6 because we're almost out of time. 6 or email. You left your email in the chat. Good. So Michelle's email is in the chat. The information is pinned in the chat. The number to call or the email address. So God EMP or God Emp, I don't know how you pronounce it. Sophia Nemhard and Miss P Brown, you were asking about a tree in your yard. Please call the number that's pinned in the chat. That's 630-1210, or email Michelle at msmith, that's M as in mango, Smith at nationwidenewsnetwork.com, and that email address is pinned in the chat. It's at the top there so you can see it. Send an email or give us a call. That's God EMP, Sophia Nemard, and Miss P Brown. All right, so thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much for
Ruthlyn.
having me. This was fun.
It was fun.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
I may pop in. Next
Pop in. We need some assurance that you'll be here, Ruthlyn. So JPS, please note that Ruthlyn will not be able to do anything in the office until maybe about 10:15 thereabout when she gets back.
Right.
Because she will be in studio at Nationwide on Fridays in the morning between 9 and 10. So I'm glad that we have that covered.
Okay.
So see you next week, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Beautiful. Love that. Thank you, Ruthlyn.
I'll come back, man, for sure.
Okay.
Because I like this. I like the fact that I can see what people are saying.
Yes.
You know?
The interaction is more, robust.
Yes, I like it this way. And thank you for all the comments that are being made, the compliments that are there, people sharing their Happy Valentine's Day to me. Wonderful.
Nice.
And just to tell customers that, instead of sometimes writing to Nora and then it has to go through Nora, then through Michelle, then through, you could just send your issues to call JPS at jpsco.com. that email address you could use. Call JPS at jpsco.com.
All right, so that's call JPS at jpsco.com. All right, good. Earlier in the chat, Ruth Lane, someone was asking if you're related to the Foreign Affairs Minister. They said you look so much like
the Foreign Affairs Minister.
Minister
no.
Kamina Johnson-Smith. No,
no,
you're not.
Not that I'm.
You're not sure.
Not that I'm aware.
You should go check that out. All right, I believe that's where we're gonna leave it for JPS Cares. Thank you again.
Thank you so much
for being in studio with
and
us.
Have a fabulous day, people.
Awesome.
Take
you do
care.
Enjoy the rest of your day as well.
All right.
And that's where we're gonna leave it for the Consumer Hour. We're gonna make way now for Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reid.
Golden touch. It happens every time your lips touch mine. There's a feeling that's so divine. There's a magic in you. Golden touch. I wasn't very strong till you came along. You made me realize that by your side, forever is where I belong. Golden touch. There's a kind of magic in the air. Whenever you are near, I get butterflies every time your eyes meet mine. You opened up so many doors, and I was so very, very insecure. You made me see the light. You made my life sunny and bright. And you, I worship and adore you. Golden touch. Tell me, do you ever wonder how the stars got in my eyes?
The hour between 9 and 10 was brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover on February 17. The third edition of the Global Tourism Resilience Conference brings together tourism leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to engage in insights and ideas. Expect panel discussions, networking sessions, and presentations on how to future-proof the travel and tourism sectors. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online on Monday, February 17 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference at the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Hey guys, tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This podcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
Are you a residential customer who want to know if you qualify for the water bill amnesty? Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. The time by the NWC is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes Online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Tyrone Reid.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning to you. Welcome to another TJAF edition of Cliff Hughes Online. Yeah, if you're listening on the 90 FM band, top of the morning to you. If you are listening on 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, 90.9, we welcome you to another TJAF edition of Cliff Hughes Online. If you're listening via the NNN app or the website, a very warm welcome to you as well, wherever you're listening to us around the world. We're absolutely glad to have you. We know you have choices, so thank you for making it Nationwide 90 FM and Cliff Hughes Online in particular on this Friday. They say it's Valentine's Day. Make of that what you will, yeah? Also, top of the morning to you if you're watching via our YouTube channel, yes, Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. We want to welcome you over there. And if you are not over there yet, please hop on over there and become a part of the growing community over there. Yeah, you can subscribe to the channel as most of the programs are aired live on YouTube as well. So good morning to you. If you're watching over there on YouTube, yeah, top of the morning to all of you. It's a Friday. You kind of have some heavy lifting to do. So let's get to work now.
Cliff Says is brought to you by Ford's newest SUV, the Territory, crafted for the modern explorer.
Tyrone Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here inside Cliff Hughes Online. Yes, it's the TJAF edition, and if you're just joining us, good morning to you. I'm, of course, Tyrone Reid. Now, the government is planning to spend approximately 1.3 trillion, not billion, that's trillion with a T, trillion, $1.3 trillion in the upcoming fiscal year. Minister of Finance Favor Williams tabled the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 in the House of Representatives on Thursday. That's yesterday, and this should concern you as a Jamaican. You need to know what your government plans to spend. The money actually belongs to you, the people of Jamaica. So you should pay attention, keen attention to what is happening in the budget. The Minister of Finance says the budget represents a commitment to improve Jamaica despite the repeated shocks which have rocked the island. Here's Siobhan Campbell with that report.
Minister Favor Williams highlighted that the budget has more than doubled in the 10 years that Prime Minister Andrew Holness had led the government.
Madam Speaker, this budget is the 10th budget being laid in Parliament by this Andrew Holness-led. Having won the general election on Thursday, February 25, 2016, at that time, the budget that was tabled and approved for fiscal year 2016-2017 was approximately $580 billion. Today, I am tabling a budget for fiscal year 25-26 that is $1.3 trillion.
The Finance Minister says this is a testament to the policies of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Speaker, this growth in our budget over the 10 years demonstrates the underlying strength of the policies of this Andrew Holness-led government, starting with the implementation of the shift away from direct towards indirect taxation. The first manifestation of that policy was the increase in the PAYE threshold from 792,800 to 1,272,000 in 2016. And then again in April 2017, the threshold moved to $1.5 million in the famous phase it in that the then.
She says these policies have enabled the government to continue to run trillion-dollar budgets despite sustained weather-related shocks for the current fiscal year.
In considering the numerous shocks that our Jamaican economy has endured over the past 10 years, including a global pandemic and the extreme weather event, my word for the Jamaican economy and the Jamaican people continue to be resilient. Yes.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you very much for that report there, Siobhan. And of course, the Minister of Finance's word for Jamaica, the Jamaican economy and the Jamaican people is resilient. And that resilience will surely be put to the test to see how well the economy rebounds from those shocks. Now, the government expects to collect more from its two headline taxes, pay as you earn, the PAYE folks who usually complain about how much of the burden they shoulder, and general consumption tax in the new fiscal year, which starts on April 1. That's according to figures published in its revenue estimates for 2025-2026. Here's our parliamentary reporter again, Mr. Siobhan Campbell.
The government is expecting to collect an additional $50 billion in tax revenue for the upcoming financial year. Based on the revenue estimates for the period, they are anticipating growth from most tax revenue streams. For the current financial year, the government plans to collect nearly $900 billion in tax revenue. As of December 2024, it's collected approximately $590 billion. However, for the next fiscal year, it's anticipating growth in tax revenues with a total collection of just over $949 billion. The increased tax revenue is expected to come from $39 billion in improved income tax collections. General consumption tax, GCT, collections are also expected to improve by $7 billion, with just over $1 billion more expected to come from special consumption tax. Customs revenue similarly is anticipated to grow by $9 billion. In terms of debt, the government plans to spend $177 billion on debt servicing. This is slightly down from the $182 billion spent in the current financial year. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you very much again, Siobhan. Of course, the details of what will happen, what projects will be spent on the various programs, will come when the budget is presented in Parliament. Of course, that will be opened by the Finance Minister, Favour Williams. You hear from the Prime Minister, the opposition leader, as well as the opposition spokesperson, and then it is closed by the Finance Minister, who gets 2 bites of the cherry in the budget presentation. But it is to be seen. I gather the government won't be announcing any new taxes. They've been doing that for a number of budget cycles running. And in an election year, it would be, one couldn't fathom that the government would roll out new taxes in an election year. So you may very well hear that refrain from the Holness administration of no new taxes. Now, the Ministry of Education is planning to spend significantly more, in the upcoming fiscal year to improve the physical infrastructure of schools. And that's based on our reading of the numbers, our crunching of the numbers. That's according, again, to the estimates that we have been reporting on since yesterday. Here's Ruby and Williams with that story.
The Ministry of Education has seen a dramatic improvement in its capital budget for the upcoming financial year. Its budgetary allocation has moved from just over $1.5 billion for 2024-2025 and is set to top out at just over $4 billion in the financial year 2025-2026. Most of the increased allocation will go towards the education transformation and the primary and secondary infrastructure programs. The Education Transformation Program seeks to provide additional classrooms to alleviate the shift system and overcrowding in schools. Its expenditure is moving from $300 million in the current fiscal year to nearly $900 million for 2025-2026. That's nearly 3 times its current allocation. Similarly, the primary and secondary infrastructure program addresses overcrowding in schools, but it also provides for the construction of an infant school, the upgrade of electrical infrastructure, and the provision of security fencing for primary and secondary schools. Approximately $1.8 billion is to be spent in 2025-2026 to carry out projects under the program. That's nearly double the $940 million expenditure for 2024-2025. Among the projects to be carried out is the construction of classrooms at 17 high schools and 2 primary schools. Additionally, 17 primary and 3 high schools will also benefit from the construction of security fencing, and 10 high schools and 3 primary schools will have their electrical systems upgraded. The community of Dias in Western Hanover will be the site of the new infant school. Robianne Williams for Nationwide News.
Thank you very much for that report there, Ruby. And before we move to the next news item, I want to single out this issue of the provision of security fencing for primary and secondary schools. It's a long-standing issue that, quite frankly, we need to address with some amount of dispatch, because when we don't have this kind of security fencing in place, it opens the occupants of these school facilities, the students and the teachers, to harm. And we've seen it happen in the past where children or teachers have been harmed. I think in a recent news report, someone came on the compound and sought to do violence to people who were on the property. And I gather that was the second time he had previously injured. I gather it was the principal, was our reporting, if my memory serves me correctly. It's a very, very important issue. This issue of provision, the provision of security fencing for primary and secondary schools. Many moons ago, I in another life, I did a report, an investigative report that involved seeing how easy it was to gain access to schools across the island without actually walking through the front gate. And you would not believe how easy it was to have gained access. And I gather those issues continue today. This is a big part of the problem I have with our country. We don't solve problems quickly. And those who put themselves up to lead, or those who preside over these kinds of expenditure, they're not solving the problems and giving us an opportunity to grapple with new problems. Yeah, it's really a matter that requires urgent attention. We're talking about the safety and security of our nation's children and our teachers. Yeah, and there should be some ramping up of this program to ensure that we can get the security fencing in and improve security arrangements for those facilities that need them. This is Cliff Hughes Online. I'm Tyrone Reid. We're talking the budget so far in the opening segment, where I get to share my random thoughts with you. We'll take the break right here and come back with more.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right. Like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
10:16.
Recycling partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place. Well, I said no matter about your class or status or title, got to be responsible and recycle. Yes, we are talking about plastic buckle boat. You have to make sure say you're the right type to. So look for the triangle with the one or two. But I don't matter could a yellow or blue. You have to just make sure them empty, collect them plenty, recycling revenue. So listen up Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that we'll be safer than in the gullies in the heavy rains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
Tyrone says what's on his mind. Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here inside Cliff Hughes Online. Yeah, to the folks on the YouTube who are throwing shade at me because of my beard. You know, you have to do it like this sometimes. Now, I really do not. I really didn't want to. This issue is, and I might be wrong for saying this, but I don't see this as a really big deal, I must tell you. And the only reason I'm going to comment on this issue is because there really needs to be a solution for what is happening regarding the councillors who sit in in Portmore, who serve in Portmore, and also, you know, what happens because they have to sit both in the the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, as well as attend council meetings for the municipality of Portmore. And that situation, I think, is untenable. And that's perhaps the only reason I'm going to be commenting on this matter. Now, the Director of Elections, Glasspool Brown, says the final parish boundaries for Portmore will be decided by the independent members of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, in the absence of consensus. Brown, who was speaking on Nationwide on Thursday, outlined the steps that will be taken to establish parish boundaries for Portmore when it becomes the 15th parish of Jamaica. Here's Ricardo Brooks with that report.
The government used its majority in the House of Representatives on Tuesday to pass a bill which intends to turn Portmore into a parish. Despite strong objections from the opposition, the bill passed with 28 government MPs voting aye and the 10 opposition MPs voting no. Key provisions of the bill include the official designation of Portmore as a parish, with the city of Portmore as its parish capital, encompassing areas such as Hellshire Hills and Goat Island. It also excludes specific regions including Lakespen, Grange Lane, Lime Tree Grove, and Quarry Hill. The bill now moves to the Senate. According to the Director of Elections, when the bill becomes law, the ECJ will first establish a parish boundaries forum.
In the initial stage, when it is sent to the Commission now to determine the boundaries, and just to point out, the law does not allow constituencies to boundaries to go across parishes. So what I've seen in terms of what was tabled, I haven't seen the final thing that was tabled, what I was told or what I gleaned from what happened was that as currently configured, the constituency is currently configured will go across boundaries when the new Portmore parish boundary is approved. What will happen is that a parish, what is known as a parish boundary forum, would have to be established in the affected parish, according to the Electoral Commission process guidelines.
Mr. Brown says the forum will establish a parish boundary advisory committee that will comprise 5 members from both the JLP and the PNP.
Parish
Boundary Forum,
right, would include members of parliament, councillors, caretakers, and constituency chairmen, and political liaison officers of the affected constituencies. That parish boundary forum will be chaired by a senior returning officer of the parish, as so named by the Director of Election.
Right.
Within that forum, what will be established is what is known as a parish boundary advisory committee. And guidelines states 5 members from each political party represented on the forum, named by the respective general secretaries of the party, and will be chaired again by a senior returning officer, as so named by the director.
He says the advisory committee will go through a process of consultation with the boundary forum to address any issues about the proposed boundaries. He says the communities that will be affected by the boundaries can also make oral or written submissions to the committee. Mr. Brown says if there is no consensus after this process, the matter first goes to the nominated members of the ECJ and the Director of Elections.
If they do not arrive at a decision, then the Parish Boundary Committee will then, in writing, submit a report to the director, and then that discussion will take place, assuming that they don't arrive at an agreement between the nominated members and the director, and seek to resolve any issue. If there's an agreement at that level, then it proceeds to the commission. If there's no agreement at that level, a final decision will be made by the selected commissioners, the independent commissioners, in other words, to seek to resolve any dispute.
The Director of Elections says the final decision has to be ratified by all the members of the ECJ. Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
So the final decision has to be ratified by the members of the ECJ. And as you heard at the top of that story, that the Director of Elections, Glasspool Brown, says the final push, the final parish boundaries, for Portmore will be decided by the independent members of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, the ECJ, in the absence of consensus. And of course, the ECJ is made up of these independent members as well as those members who are nominated by the 2 major political parties. And he's saying the final parish boundaries has to be decided by the independent members of the ECJ in the absence of consensus. And he also tells us that the final decision has to be ratified by all the members of the ECJ. Now, the opposition leader, Mark Goling, says he will overturn the government's decision to make Portmore Jamaica's 15th parish if the People's National Party wins the next general elections. Can I be honest with you, my fellow Jamaicans and well-wishers and honorary Jamaicans who are listening, that I think this is the quintessential storm in a teacup. I honestly believe this is the quintessential storm in a teacup. I do believe the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party could concentrate their energies on fighting over issues that are worth fighting over. Yes, Portmore becoming a parish is neither here nor there in my estimation, except for the fact that if it solves the problem of the councillors having to sit in both municipalities, the municipal corporation in St. Catherine and of course the municipality of Portmore, then it perhaps would be worth its salt. Yes, if it solves that problem, which the government is suggesting that it will. Now, but the opposition leader, Mark Goling, says he will overturn the government's decision to make Portmore Jamaica's 15th parish if the People's National Party wins the next general elections. Goling's statement comes after the government used its majority in the House of Representatives on Tuesday to pass the bill intending to make Portmore the newest parish. But that's what governments do with their majorities in the House, right? Let's listen to the clip.
That legislation is politically corrupt because it is running against an established convention where electoral boundaries are set by the ECJ on the recommendation of the EOJ technical people and the consideration of the matter at the ECJ level. The government is pretending that this isn't what's happening, but they've set the boundary of a parish right through the middle of two constituencies, and the Constitution says that a parish boundary can't straddle a parish boundary, so it's going to necessitate the reconfiguration of many constituencies along that boundary. And the way in which they've done it is to secure a political advantage to themselves. We intend to, first of all, challenge it however we can, and indeed when we form government we will be looking to overturn that, and we will go back to the people of Portmore with a proper consultation process to see how they want to move forward.
That's the leader of the... So what should really happen here? Because the director of elections is telling us that the final decision has to be ratified by all the members of the ECJ, on which a body on which the PNP has representation. So Mark Goling doesn't seem to be saying what the director of elections is saying will happen. He went on, though, to say the PNP is not against the idea of Portmore becoming a parish, but he's accusing the Holiness Administration of misleading the public about the rationale behind the move. Before you play the clip, now, if you're not against the idea of Portmore becoming a parish, why would you overturn it if you form the next government? I'm trying to follow Mark Goling's logic here, and I'm having a little difficulty. Let's listen to what he had to say about the government, as he describes it, misleading the public about the rationale behind the move.
Our concern with this is partly about the process that has been followed, more fundamentally about the abuse of our democracy that it entails. And we have no particular objection to the idea of Portmore acquiring parish status at some time. However, I think the idea is being sold on a false premise by the government, because Portmore doesn't currently have the amenities that one associates with a parish. And we will continue to rely on surrounding parishes for those amenities when it becomes a parish. We abhor this attempt to gerrymander their way out of the consequences of the will of the people as expressed in the February 2024 local government elections. It's a retrograde step, it's an anti-democratic step, and we intend to challenge it in whatever way we can within the laws of Jamaica.
Now, I see that's the opposition leader, Mark Goling. He's president of the PNP as well. He was speaking at a PNP media conference on Thursday following the ceremonial opening of Parliament. I see someone on our YouTube channel saying to me, Tyrone, overturn it because the border line is through existing constituencies. It will basically have a constituency in two parishes, which is not permitted. But did you not hear the director of elections saying that the final boundaries are to be determined if there isn't consensus by the independent members of the ECJ. And of course, after they have a look at it, I gather the final thing has to be ratified by all the members of the ECJ. Am I hearing the wrong thing is what I'm saying? It just doesn't take effect simply after the act is approved in Parliament by both houses of Parliament, pardon me, the lower and the upper houses. It seems to me, and I'm not an expert on these on parish status and constituency boundary lines, but if I'm listening to the expert in this area, the director of elections undoubtedly should be considered as such, is saying there is a process here that ought to be followed for the final boundaries to be approved, and I would assume gazetted thereafter, right? But this issue, in my estimation, is a real storm in a teacup, and really is being driven by political sentiment more than anything else. But the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, voiced his concerns over the decision, and I have something to say on this as well, because I believe an earlier clip we played this week also addressed it. And Nora, if you can find that earlier clip for me, I'm not certain if this is the one with Leon Thomas. There's an earlier clip with the PMP expressing fear of changes that would be made in the local government arrangements if the government goes ahead with the new parish boundaries and after Portmore becomes a parish, right? There's something I want to say on that. But listen to the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, who was voicing his concern over the decision, stating that the residents in the municipality are growing increasingly restive, he says, about the change. We're up on the break, so let's take the break, and then when we come back, we'll take the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas's remarks on this matter.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness works to ensure the provision of quality health services and promotes healthy lifestyles and environmental practices for all Jamaicans. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
10:32.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is...
The temperature currently is Kingston. It's 29 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, and it's just a shade cooler, 28 out west in the tourism mecca of Montego Bay.
Yeah, here? If you're tired of a cluttered office space, then you need to call Corporate Interiors International. We offer top quality industrial shelving, filing cabinets, and storage cabinets to keep your workspace organized and efficient, plus comfortable office chairs that will keep your team productive and focused. Visit us today at corporateinteriorsjm.com or call us at 876-630-0010 for more information. Corporate Interiors International. We sell solutions, not just furniture.
Hey guys, tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This podcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
Tyrone Says. What's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right. Like a rock.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us inside Cliff Views. And hopefully I'll wrap up my thoughts before we get to the next break. And then we'll take your phone calls thereafter, yeah? I much prefer to hear from you. Now, the mayor of Portmore, concerning this Portmore Parish status storm in a teacup, the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, voiced his concerns over the decision, and we told you that before we went to the break. He's saying the residents are growing increasingly restive about the change. Let's listen to what the mayor had to say.
They are expecting the Prime Minister to have consultation meeting across the municipality, and the people are calling upon the Prime Minister to have that consultation, because up to now the people are not clear on the boundary and what it is and where they are going, and for the people to vote not even 1 year and then 24 persons come together in Parliament and overturn that democratic rights of the people, it is uncalled for, and it is clear that gerrymanderism is taking place. And I hope that the Prime Minister and his team will consider not to go forward until we have that consultation meetings across the municipality.
The voice there of the mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, and I want to address that. But before I give my views on that, the member of Parliament for South St. Catherine, which we reported earlier this week, Fitzjackson, again accused the Holness administration of engaging in gerrymandering. Yes, and of course, for those who might not be familiar with what gerrymandering is, it's the political manipulation of electoral boundaries for partisan advantage. Listen to what the MP for South St. Catherine, Fitzjackson, had to say.
This bill was tabled on the 28th of January 2025. That date marks a sad day in the history of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, this bill entitled An Act to Amend the Counties and Parishes Act to declare City Municipality of Portmore the 15th parish of Jamaica and for connected matters. Mr. Speaker, this bill would have been most appropriately entitled the Gerrymandering of Political Boundaries Bill of 2025. Such a bill is for the resurrection of political tribalism in Jamaica.
The voice there of the MP for South St. Catherine, Fitzjackson. He went on to say that the bill undermines democracy.
This gerrymandering bill is to undo the results of the local government election last February. They never won the municipality by the ballots, so they want to use their majority in Parliament to achieve that. Mr. Speaker, this is a cruel act. This is a wicked act. This bill, Mr. Speaker, this is not about Portmore. It's about the democracy of this country. They have started along a slippery slope to get what they want by circumventing the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. That's what it's all about.
Now, in all of this, that's a serious, it's perhaps the most serious element of this storm in a teacup about whether or not Portmore should be Jamaica's 15th parish. But I'm not certain if the Jamaican government has, the government of Jamaica, that is the Holness administration, has responded to that particular claim. Yes? If it is after the boundaries have been agreed on, it gives them, according to what Fitzjackson is saying, a majority in the municipal corporation of Portmore. Should the Holness administration seek to remove the sitting mayor? The answer to that has to be no. Regardless of what the new boundaries look like, they should await the next local government cycle before no attempt should be made to remove the mayor based on what happens with the boundaries. No attempt, absolutely no attempt should be made. The mayor should remain in place until he or faces the people once again. Because this charge made by Jackson, yes, and perhaps if the government has not addressed this publicly, they should come publicly and say that no attempt will be made to remove the mayor, regardless of what the count is after the new boundaries have been approved. Yes, because the people have already spoken, and it can't be that is sought to be changed through making Portmore a parish. That course of action should not be pursued by the government of Jamaica, and it would augur well, I think, and put this matter to bed, that they will come forward and say publicly that they would not be pursuing that course of action. Yes, that's not how we operate in a democracy, I don't think. Yes, it wouldn't be healthy for the government to pursue that course of action, and it would serve this entire process well, so we can steady this teacup and the saucer, so there isn't any spillage of the tea, right? For the government to come forward and to say this is not what they intend to do. If they have said so, I've not heard it as yet. Yes, but it would augur well, I think, for the process if they come forward and say that no such move would be undertaken in this whole thing. Now, the final issue I would comment on before going forward is the opposition leader addressing media reports regarding allegations of misuse of public funds at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSMC. He's describing it as much ado about nothing.
The mayor has made it clear what exactly the funds that were at his disposal and how they were deployed, and they were deployed in 3 divisions which did not have a councillor. The KSAC doesn't administer cash. All political representatives seek to assist themselves and their other colleagues at Christmas time and so on by raising funds to help with a little Christmas work and supplement what's available through the other channels that exist. So there's absolutely nothing untoward that we're aware of. This is a much ado about nothing and an attempt to create a scandal where none exists.
That's the voice there of the mayor, not the mayor of Kingston, that is the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding. But the mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, and the PMP have been under pressure since news of the alleged misuse of funds was first made public by Nationwide News on January 29. The allegations are based on WhatsApp messages and voice notes between then PMP caretaker for Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe, and the party's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell. Among the allegations made by Mr. Rowe is that a member of Mayor Swaby's administrative staff told him to collect $300,000 in cash from the KSAMC. Mayor Swaby responded to the allegations in a statement on January 31. He further stated that the funds distributed to PMP political representatives last December were privately raised. Yes, privately raised. According to Mr. Golding, the allegations are part of a scheme to distract the Jamaican people from ongoing issues impacting the Holness administration.
If any investigative agency wants to investigate, please do, and we will support that investigation. We have intention of supporting whatever investigation may come out. This is just a distraction because of what's happening elsewhere, including the illicit enrichment investigations of the Prime Minister, which are unresolved, and the other 7 MPs who are the subject of illicit enrichment investigations, and which we want to have those reports come to Parliament so we know what's happening. And we want to know what's happening in relation to the Financial Investigations Division investigation of the Prime Minister's affairs and Tax Administration Jamaica's investigation of his tax affairs, which were matters arising from the Integrity Commission's report on the Prime Minister's situation with his declarations which cannot be certified all now.
University of Margolin. He's the opposition leader and president of the PNP. He was speaking at the party's press conference on Thursday. While it is sensible to await any investigation by the official channels, the authorities, the bodies so empowered to investigate these matters, the PNP have questions to answer. And I'm not certain if the opposition leader responded to this. I didn't hear it in that clip. But why was the individual told that this is not for public consumption? And if the General Secretary, who definitely doesn't work with the KSAMC, his responses to what was being asked also raises questions. Yes? Definitely raises questions. So there are questions, and we await the investigations by the authorities to see where this one will go. You've heard enough rambling from me, but before I go, there are some learned people in our YouTube comments who are raising the issue of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation, and I'm actually happy that they have, because I wanted to offer a remark on that as well. It would seem terribly inconsistent for the JLP to seek to go down the line of removing the mayor of Portmore after the new parish status is achieved and the boundaries are agreed on. If the mayor of the Clarendon, of Maypen, the mayor of Maypen, pardon me, because the mayor is the mayor of the capital, so the mayor of Maypen and the chairman of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation must not be removed after a by-election. Yes? It would be terribly inconsistent for the JLP to say we're sticking with the mayor given the change, because, of course, after the results of the local government election, this was the arrangement, and then for them to seek to overturn the results over in Portmore, unceremoniously because of this change in the parish status of Portmore and the subsequent boundaries thereof. It would be terribly inconsistent if that is the plan of the Jamaica Labour Party, and it shouldn't be supported either, I don't think. Yes? So, if the JLP has already addressed this and said they wouldn't be going down that road, that is great. If they have not, they should come forward and say so. All right? They generally listen to this program, so let's see if someone, a spokesperson from the JLP, will give us a call and tell us whether or not, what's the thinking along those lines regarding overturning the local government results as the PNP is fearing. So we take the break right here on Cliff Hughes Online and come back with your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Cliff Says was brought to you by the Ford Territory SUV, available at KIG. We keep you driving.
Resolve your conflict peacefully with restorative justice. Call 876-906-4923. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
10:47.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Attention! The NWC's amnesty package is here, overflowing with a bucket full of goodies from January 2 to March 31, 2025. Disconnected for over 6 months, residential customers can get a 50% write-off. Pensioners and past beneficiaries get a full write-off on balances over 2 years. Do you have outstanding debt between 90 days and 2 years due to an underground leak? You may qualify for a 25% concession. Plus, enjoy discounts from 30 to 50% depending on your arrears. So, don't delay. Let's hear from you today. Dial 888-225-5692 or 888-CALL NWC. The NWC's amnesty package. Get your share from our bucket full of goodies. Conditions apply.
Hey guys, guys, tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
This broadcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
The Global Tourism Resilience Conference. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover on February 17. The third edition of the Global Tourism Resilience Conference brings together tourism leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to engage in insights and ideas. Expect panel discussions, networking sessions, and presentations on how to future-proof the travel and tourism sectors. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online on Monday, February 17 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference at the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here inside Cliff Hughes Online. Of course, you know, a lot of chatter is going on on our YouTube channel about the what will happen, the fear being raised by the PMP about the status of the mayor, Kenyatta Powell, who I gather is an attorney at law. He reached out on Twitter and he says, if Portmore becomes a parish and the new boundaries result in a JP majority as a matter of law, it is not for the PM and his administration to decide if the sitting mayor remains. That would be for the members of the new Portmore Municipal Corporation to decide. Well, given that this is happening, Kenyatta Powell, after the people have expressed their views, yes, they can allow the status quo to remain, is the point I'm making. They don't have to seek to take a vote on the issue to remove the mayor. Isn't that something that can, I mean, you're the legal expert here. Let me hear, would that breach any laws? Because quite frankly, that course of action should not be pursued. The people have already voted. And there are those who are suggesting that the mayor of Portmore is the only directly elected mayor. I gather things might change if Portmore becomes a parish. Is perhaps one of the questions that need to be answered as well. How will the parish status affect the mayor of Portmore being the only directly elected mayor of all the mayors across the country? So that, I gather, is also something that should be addressed. If it has, I haven't heard it yet, but there are some questions that need to be addressed here. And the truth is, we can't seek to overturn the will of the people because we've made Portmore into a parish. It's perhaps the only reasonable argument I've heard from the PNP on this issue, and we definitely need to the JP needs to address that. Generally, Mr. Marlon Morgan would call us. He's a spokesperson for the JLP. Senator Marlon Morgan, forgive me, Honorable Senator. Yeah, congratulations on your elevation to the Senate and your appointment. You know, may you find good successor. Hopefully, he's not too busy. Now that he's a senator, he probably is in parliament now, right? Nora, the Senate is sitting at this hour. He more than likely would be in parliament, so perhaps we wouldn't hear from him. But let's turn to the phone lines now and see your thoughts on these prevailing issues. The great Papa Nana is the first caller online. Papa Nana, top of the morning to you, Elder. How are things, man?
How do you do?
Well, give thanks. You know, you're large, you know, your name Ghana Brado.
Yes, but I want you to help me out as usual with something. You know, I'm very uneasy when hearing Mr. Golden speak. Don't the Prime Minister declaration is in court right now?
The issue is before the Parliament, yes?
Yes. Before Parliament and
before the court, pardon me. It's before the courts, forgive me, not Parliament. It is before the courts.
So is Mr. Mark Golden is more privileged than anybody else that he found Mr. Holness to be guilty before there is a verdict out of the court?
He said that. Nora, can you line up that clip for me again? He did address it, but did he say that he was guilty? Can you line up that clip for me that final piece with Mark Golding addressing it?
But if he is saying that Mr. Golden, they should talk about his illicit enrichment and don't talk about what the KSAMC is going through, that not simply meaning to say he is allowed to talk about it while it is in court?
I mean, that wouldn't be wise for him to make any determination about where this issue will go. That's for the courts to decide.
But what I am saying,
that's what they call sub judice. You know, there's a rule that if it's before the courts, you allow the court to decide on the matter.
If he keep on going in that route, is he privileged more than anybody else?
Papa Nana, so that we can have an informed conversation. Let's listen to Mark Golding again and his remarks on the matter. Here's the clip.
If any investigative agency wants to investigate, please do, and we will support that investigation. We have intention of supporting whatever investigation may come out. This is just a distraction because of what's happening elsewhere, including the illicit enrichment investigations of the Prime Minister, which are unresolved, and the other 7 MPs who are the subject of illicit enrichment investigations, and which we want to have those reports come to Parliament so we know what's happening. And we want to know what's happening in relation to the Financial Investigations Division investigation of the Prime Minister's affairs and Tax Administration Jamaica's investigation of his tax affairs, which were matters arising from the Integrity Commission's report on the Prime Minister's situation with his declarations, which cannot be certified all now.
So he's saying the matter is unresolved, which is fair. The matter has not been resolved yet, but I don't know that they are there ongoing investigations as the FID and the tax department say that they are actively investigating the Prime Minister.
But it is in court as far as I understand that they are investigating it. So how is he so privileged?
But he says it's unresolved. I don't think that is...
No, it is.
I don't think that's unfair.
We understand that. But everywhere he seems to be bringing it up as if to say he found the gentleman guilty and there should be no argument about any illicit other activity until that is clear. That's what he's trying to say.
No, I don't think he should be smart enough to know that he shouldn't say the Prime Minister is guilty, which he didn't say, and it wouldn't be fair or accurate for him to say that while the matter is before the courts. That's one. But two, I'm sure the Jamaican people can walk on chew gum. They can keep in mind the fact that the court is presiding over this issue involving the Prime Minister and the Integrity Commission, and also pay attention to what is happening with the KSAMC. Why is it he's insulting the intelligence of the people to suggest that we can't focus on 2 things at the same time?
Exactly, that's what he's trying to do.
I'm certain the Jamaican people can focus on 2 things at the same time. It's and it doesn't have to be a distraction. There are questions there for them to respond to.
Mr. Golden is behaving as if, let me tell you something. I beg your chance now. Professor Rex Natterford.
Rex Natterford.
He said a butu in a Benz is still a butu. You remember that?
Yes, I remember the comment.
A butu in a Benz is still a butu. No, What I need, that's why you hear telling you see this non-integrity commission, I think that they need to do some drastic changes. No, this man, Mark Golden, is keep on talking about illicit 6, it was 8, till he reached 7. No. And nobody come out of the IC and said they had not given him those people names. And he's saying 7 illicit people that is investigating. And if it is my recollection, the IC said they knows nothing about those illicit 7. So how is it that Mark Golden is so privileged to have it parading, prostituting people's names, and think is the person who give them the 7 names or what? That's what we need to know.
But he hasn't called anyone's name. He mentioned the 7 or 8 because
Mr. Judge, he has not called anyone name, but he keep on. It is a recurring decimal that there is 7 people that is being investigated.
Because the IC said they were investigating a number of people for illicit enrichment. They did say that.
The IC said.
Yes.
Yeah. How many people? 7 people, so?
I think it was 6 first, and then a later report, I think, increased the number to 8. I think it was. I think they did say a number of parliamentarians and public officials were being investigated.
Yeah, but what I need to ask you another question. When people like Mark Golden behave in that kind of way, who can you report him to, or who is able to stop him when he said things like those?
No, but why would you want to stop him is what I'm asking you, Papa Nana. If he's if he's saying things that have been reported, why would you want to stop him from talking about it?
I am not talking about things that is reported, something that he is the only one or the PNP knows about. That's what I'm talking about. You can't stop the man for something that is reported. That meaning to say you in the station there could not talk about anything then.
Right. So, which is what I'm saying. The Integrity Commission didn't report that. Is the point I'm making.
You know what it put me in mind? I was talking to one of you ardent listener. You listen to Nationwide, and that gentleman have a little 3-year-old granddaughter. And whenever I started, he would come on the phone and say, "Papa Nana, how are you?" But in the meantime, I said to the little girl, "You know that 2 chickens coming in my house and trying to eat out of my food." And you hear what the little baby turned to me and said, "Does that chicken have a mother?" You know what you mean by that?
No, I think you're going to tell me, though.
If I am running out the chicken and the chicken won't hear, if the chicken don't have a mother that I can complain to. That's what the little girl is trying to say to me.
So what is that supposed to mean now, Papa Nana?
Nobody at all. It's coming as I keep on repeating this thing. First time if a dog bites you, you can't complain to the dog. You would complain to the owner of the dog. Not you.
True.
I know who you had to complain to, the owner of the dog, and the dog is the same. I think Mr. Golden is allowed to get away with a lot of things. And what is he trying to say now? When they cut Manchester, remember, little Ochi did not belong into Manchester, it was belonging to St. Elizabeth. And Michael Manley tailored it just to put in his brother. And there was no hullabaloo. And then now he's trying to veto everything that the JLP do. Oh, he's so certain that if he, God forbid it, was to get into power, that the JLP must support what he's going to do. Tell me now how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing he tell me. Who is him?
No,
Everybody must obey him and he must obey nobody. Who is Mark Golden, by the way? Leader of the opposition.
And president of the PNP, I gather.
President of the PNP. And he's behaving as if to say his father will Jamaica and give it to him. Who, listen to me, man. Jamaica people, I am warning you, be careful. Be careful. You cannot take mangoes white chicken, Jamaica people. Be careful, you cannot take mangoes white chicken. Good. No, have a good day, you hear, sir?
All right, Papa Nana. And keep listening to us, because I'm going to read something for you about what the Integrity Commission said about illicit enrichment. Yes, parliamentarians in particular being referred for illicit enrichment.
That would be very beautiful.
It was published on July 10, 2024, media release, and it says the caption was Integrity Commission corrects media stories on the subject of parliamentarians referred for illicit enrichment. July 10, 2024, and it reads, the Integrity Commission wishes to correct inaccuracies that have been reported in the media regarding parliamentarians who have been referred for illicit enrichment. In its 6th annual report for 2023-2024, which was tabled in the Parliament yesterday, the Commission's Information and Complaints Division, under the heading Referrals, on page 32 of the report, reported that 2 parliamentarians were referred for illicit enrichment. The Commission wishes to emphasize that the referrals stated were made during the 2023-2024 reporting year. They have absolutely no bearing whatsoever on any referrals that were made in the previous 2022-2023 reporting year when 6 parliamentarians were referred for illicit enrichment. When the 2 reporting periods are taken together, this therefore means that an aggregate of 8 parliamentarians have been referred to the Commission's Investigation Division for illicit enrichment over the period April 2022 to March 2024. The Integrity Commission has made no comment on the status of any investigation that may be related to any specific illicit enrichment referral. It has no power in law to do so. Media reports, which have concluded that the illicit 6 is now down to 2, and it quoted the Jamaica Gleaner July 10, 24, or that only 2 parliamentarians are now under investigation for illicit enrichment. Nationwide 90 FM was listed there July 9, 2024, are therefore patently inaccurate, misguided, and without any foundation whatsoever in fact or in law.
Thank you.
So
but
they are
Mr.
saying
Golding
there are
is
8.
Still, but Mr. Golding is still on the platform everywhere with it.
So suggesting that it's not his people are not involved.
Yes. So
well, how would he know? I guess he can say he has asked his people and they've said it's not them. That's the only way he could suppose that his people are not involved. Other than that, he wouldn't have any other information.
So listen to me now, Mr. Davis. So the JP don't do that same thing to by checking their people too? And what does
I would suppose the JP would have done the same thing. It would make sense.
Yes. So who is Mr. Golding trying to fool? He believes that the one night belly full nowadays. And by the way, be careful how you eat. And be careful how you eat certain chickens. You hear, because I hear the bird flu is in overflowing giving problem. You hear?
Thank you, Papa. But Sir Paparana, success needs DNA results, because everybody is the father of success. But it's a failure. Failure has no one claims failure. So nobody's going to claim that their people are those who are being investigated for illicit enrichment. You're not going to have them claiming that, right?
No, but that's why I love talking to you, because why you think so many people gravitate to you? Because you are successful, but if you was a failure, you would have no father.
Yes, sir.
Why you laugh?
I hear you, thank you, Papa Nan. I have to leave it there, but I appreciate you calling. Enjoy the weekend, Ella.
God bless you. You too.
All right. Before I take the next call, someone sent us a message on IG saying that the PMP's issue, that I should be told that the PMP's issue is in Portmore becoming a parish, because with parish status, they still control Portmore. But Alric Campbell will become the new mayor because Leon Thomas isn't a councillor. He was directly elected. I see. The real issue is that they lose the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation because the Portmore councillors will no longer be able to sit there. They have been using the same councillors to control 2 municipalities, this person says. Interesting take there. Thank you for sharing that. We're just sharing the views here, yeah? until we can hear from the official people on what should take place. The next call online is, let me see here, Fox. Top of the morning to you, Fox.
Morning.
Greetings, Fox.
Mr. Brother Tyrone, you see, I soon come to my time, but that thing that you just read on Instagram there, if you take a good listen to what Gillette Cuthbert Flynn have stated in the Parliament on Tuesday, and come right back to what Terry Lang, you see that everything is adding up. As a matter of fact, I didn't really hear nobody mention about the mayor per se, the government. You understand? You hear me?
Yeah, Fox, but I'm hearing some noise in the background. While you sort that out, just hold the line for a minute. We've gone past the 11 a.m. break and I didn't take it. Please forgive me. Just hold the line and we come back with your thoughts. This is Cliff Hughes Online. More after these messages.
My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hughes Den Pharmacy is
9 minutes after 11.
Hey guys, tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This podcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us right here inside Cliff Hughes Online. We have Fox on the line. Nora, can you get Dr. Andrew Wheatley on the phone for us? I'd like to hear his take on what will happen when the parish status takes effect and the boundaries are decided upon. What would happen to Leon Thomas based on that comment there from Instagram? Yeah, and what will happen in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation? If you can get Dr. Andrew Wheatley on the line for us. He has appeared on this station on a number of occasions, himself and Fitzjackson, yes, addressing this issue of Portmore becoming a parish. I'd like to put those two questions to him specifically to see what will happen. All right, Fox, we're back with you. What's on your mind?
Yes, Tyrone. So, very important. Let's talk some more. You understand? But Brother Tyrone, boy, me like what I go on, because we see that the Jamaica Labour Party has revived and they are putting them foot down like say we are going into an election mood. Long time I've been calling for it. Long time. But me brethren.
Long time you've been calling for what? Sorry, and I hear what you're saying you're calling for. Calling for what?
A long time I've been calling because I'm asking how the Jamaica Labour Party is so silent on many issues. And I see them coming out now and putting down their foot, and we look like yesterday they were in Western Kingston. I don't know if you was watching or listening. But those young people in West Kingston, Brother Tyrone, trust me, the people we get in there. But Brother Tyrone, you hear me, Brother Tyrone?
Loud and clear, man. I'm listening, so try not to talk when I'm listening.
Okay, all right. Listen to me now. Mr. Patterson, PJ Patterson. I am just begging him, please, to just stay in his retirement and enjoy the little that left back in him. Right? Don't come out and try to go like he want to assess this Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. Because why
should that be? Why shouldn't he speak? I don't get that. I don't understand you. What do you mean he should sit down and not say anything? Isn't he a former president of the PNP?
Yes, he is the former president. But I hear this man is saying that the road that is the worst in the Caribbean and in touch the hospital. Imagine, I live through PJ Patterson era. When he mentioned about the sufferation in Sky High, I live through it. I eat mackerel in the Clyde. PJ not attack.
No, that's a different matter entirely, Fox. You can't say he can't say anything, but if he's going to come out and say something now, he opens up himself to criticism of what he has said. I'm not going to join you in trying to take away PJ Patterson's right to speak on behalf of the party he served. But the truth is, if I were looking for a spokesperson, I wouldn't go for PJ Patterson.
You know what? I will shake your hand. Wrong card.
I wouldn't go for PJ Patterson because the truth is, Mr. Patterson's I came of age under the during that long run of how many years unbroken under the PNP, most of which PJ Patterson presided over the country as Prime Minister, and it is not a case study in good governance at all. It is absolutely not a case study in good governance. And what he has done now, he has brought out the detractors because many people, and I knew, from I was in high school, let me tell you this, I knew that when the people who were in my age group, that demographic group there, came to voting age, that the PNP would have lost the election. And it is largely because of what happened under the PJ Patterson governments, administrations. It is largely because of that.
Yeah, you understand? So when you come out now and start pointing out the issues and, this is the worst and that is the worst, the fact is there now. The fact is there now. Time is going, Mr. Tyrone. I don't know how many, if you have people or family living in Portmore. But let me tell you something. I have family, both PNP and both Labour, directed PNP, but we live good. And up to Saturday, I was in Portmore, and the people are boasting and saying facts. My family, they want PNP over there. You soon get me one parish, so I have to come to Kingston to pull the place.
You know, that's not how it works, though.
No, I know.
But that's not, Fox, that's not how it works. What do you mean? After they become a parish, they don't need to travel into neighboring parishes? How does that work?
No, meaning they're going to be independent of their own parish too. You understand? Because this was long talked about. So what I hear Mark Golding and Fitz Jackson. Fitz Jackson is a big man, you know. Him to realize that the days of hold is over. You must realize that.
Look here, we gone past the break. I have to leave it there, Fox. I'm trying to stay true to the break. Thank you so much for the call. Have a great weekend, Fox.
All right, the bridge.
Fox said the people of Portmore won't need any more Kingstonians and those who hail from St. Andrew. Yeah? You don't have anything on the people of Portmore anymore when Portmore becomes a parish, he says. This is Cliff Hughes Online. We take the break right here and come back with more.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Spark will transform Jamaica's roads with 45 billion of your Jamaican dollars to fix your roads, pipelines, and connectivity. Jamaica, let us step into the next chapter with Spark. The time by Spark is
11:17.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Chakama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Pan select tools, free parts and free repairs. 3 parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Love is in the air and on the water with Loose Cannon's Valentine's Day Harbor Cruise, February 14, 2025. Enjoy sumptuous food and wines and treats as DJs Raga and Ends play your favorite hits. The catamaran departs from Ribis Ocean Victoria Pier downtown on February 14 at 8 p.m. Early tickets $60 or 9,000 Jamaican dollars. Purchase tickets at loosecannontours.com, Sweetwood Jerk, Bill Express, or any Ribis location. For assistance, call or WhatsApp 876-495-2222.
It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference. Tune in to Cliff Hughes online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover on February 17. The third edition of the Global Tourism Resilience Conference brings together tourism leaders, innovators, and experts from around the world to engage in insights and ideas. Expect panel discussions, networking sessions, and presentations on how to future-proof the travel and tourism sectors. Tune in to Cliff Hughes online on Monday, February 17 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Global Tourism Resilience Conference at the Princess Grand Resort in Hanover. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
This Valentine's Day, show you care with the perfect gift from Descal Collections. Choose from our selection of fragrances, gift sets, clothing, accessories, flowers, and even balloon bouquets. Descal has everything you need to show just how much you care. Visit us today at Lane Plaza, shop number 13, or call us at 876-353-1415 and find the perfect way to say, I love you. Descal, where every gift is wrapped with love.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying here with us inside Cliff Hughes Online. It's the TJF edition, and of course, I'm Tyrone Reid. We're working the phone lines, and Linford, I think, is up next. Linford, top of the morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
Give thanks, man. How are things, man?
How are you, sir?
We're not complaining, you know. We're giving thanks.
All right. May I ask you a favor, though? You have to help me pay today's phone bill.
my apologies, sir. Let's see if my people will call your people. We'll try to work out an arrangement.
Cliff Hughes are money, you know, sir.
I wouldn't know, you know, sir.
Yeah. Anyhow, before me have two man discuss 3 points with you. The Prime Minister announced one at a time. You see, sir? The $20,000 person that are on will never pay tax yet.
That never pay tax?
Would never pay tax then. Those persons, you must give them the $20,000 too.
I don't think that's how that works, innocent.
Yes, man. It was in talk, man. I think, I don't remember if it's February we start. I don't remember the date. More, you check out that for me.
No, man. Are you talking about the reverse income tax credit? It's right. Based on the fact that you pay income tax.
Right. Him say the one that where you know a little man where in the bush and so them little man there.
So you would have to become tax compliant in order to benefit, isn't that the case?
No, what he's saying, you know, he might give everybody a go benefit from it. The little farmer in a bush they are such a like. After them time now. Let me put it Jamaican language. But if you start in February, someone you check it out because I don't hear anything about it.
Well, perhaps we're not talking about the same thing then. Because I'm talking about the reverse income tax credit. It doesn't sound like that's what you're referencing.
They said some people get the $20,000 already, right? Said tax.
That's the reverse income tax credit, right?
Right. So some people, like the farmer and the Monday, we're not upon the tax system, sir. They may not get for them this month. You understand, sir?
All right. Look, Nora, let's see if you can help us with this one, because I'm not following. I'm not aware of this. program that Linford is talking about. All right, so Linford, let's table that one and see if Norgay can help us to get the official thing on that program that you're talking about. That should benefit farmers, you say, yes?
Farmers are that. I mean, not use say farmers. Farmers and the other people then went up where not the panic system.
All right. Well, I'm not aware. I'm not sure. Right. I'm not sure yet what the position is on that program. But for the reverse income tax credit, you had to be paying income tax. That's why it's called a reverse income tax credit. So that's not the one you're referencing.
All right. We get past this. I said tax. I said reverse tax business, right? But the people like farmers, other people when they're in the tax net, when they're in there, you might go include them in it and give them the $20,000 too. You understand better now, sir?
All right. I hear what you're saying, you know. I'm saying I'm not familiar with the program you're talking about.
McNara investigate it for me. And next thing.
And you do know that even if you're self-employed like that, you can still pay your taxes.
Yeah, me know that.
And you can do things to become regularized if you weren't previously paying it.
Yes. Tyrone, you know, man, my son young to you, but I'm a very old man here. So I understand the system. Anyhow.
Right. Good.
Me call already on the evening program. Ask Ricardo to investigate some for me. The government are building some bridges, 55 of them. Have you ever heard of it, sir?
Yes, I heard the announcement of the program that they'll be undertaking, some repair works and some bridge works. Yes, I heard the announcement.
All right. I want him to investigate if over in West Central St. Catherine, over in Christopher Tufton area, there's a breakaway over 15 years now. The main road, you know. The main road. Someone wants to know if that road is included in one of those bridges.
There was a bridge there previously, or the road just broke away?
Rainfall and break it away.
So if it's a bridge program, why would you expect for it to be included in if it's a road that broke away, why would you anticipate that it should be included in a bridge program?
A piece of the road breakaway. So you want a bridge over it. Few people then travel.
Or you can fix about the road, right?
You can't fix about, man, a big breakaway, man.
Mm-hmm.
The breakaway is huge. It's like the breakaway where you up by Miss Holiness area. You remember that breakaway?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yes. It's one of them huge breakaways.
And what did they do in that area over in East Rural?
The alternative road is like a narrow road. 2 vehicles can pass on it. And steep.
So I gather you live in Christopher Tufton's constituency?
No, I'm from there. I live in a Portmore now.
Okay.
I'm born and grown at Christopher Tufton era, but I live in
So the people who live there, have they asked the MP if that road would be included in the 55 bridges to be upgraded?
I don't
it's
know.
It's upgraded, remember, you're talking about putting a brand new bridges in the program. And let me just read this jazz story for you. No, but you just hold on. Let me help you before we go any further, because we have to talk on facts. 55 bridges across Jamaica will be upgraded at a cost of US $100 million through a partnership with the United Kingdom. The Accelerated Rural Bridge Development Program aims to install a range of permanent vehicular and pedestrian bridges in strategic areas. The minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with responsibility for works, that's Robert Morgan, said the government recognizes that durable, high-quality, climate-resilient infrastructure plays a vital role in poverty alleviation and is critical for sustainable development. It does say upgraded, but then it says here, aims to install a range of permanent vehicular. So who knows? There might be new bridges there, right?
Yes, but what I'm saying though, Tyrone, the people are suffering, man. 15 years. If you travel up on that road, you know, you have to step at the top and blow, you know. Toot your hand, you know. And next man now come up, you know. Because you can't pass each other, you know.
So why don't you encourage your residents? So why don't you encourage your family and friends who live in the constituency to reach out to their member of parliament?
Then them not reach out, sir, and they're not going away.
So they've attempted to ask him about it, and what he has said. What has he said?
Something time there, them not getting the result.
No, man, you're not answering me, no. You're not answering me. They have contacted the MP. Hold on, man. They've contacted the MP, Christopherton, and asked him about that particular roadway and the breakaway there, the massive breakaway you're referencing. And what has his response been, is what I'm asking.
He respond when me hear say. Me trying to me talk to him.
So third-party information.
Right.
So here we do then. Tell one of the constituents to give us a call. All right? What's the third thing you want to talk about?
I represent them because I know me as a team.
No, man. You are, because you're going to relate to me third-party information. I don't want to hear say. Tell one of the constituents to give us a call. The line is open. So tell one of them to give us a call to tell us what the MP has said. And then we will try to get the MP on to grill him about the matter. All right? What is the third thing? We have less than a minute.
Anyhow, the next point, sir. I'm living in Portmore, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with the parish business, and I'm living here 20 odd years now. And this place here, in the 90s, they built some house in Greater Portmore. Here. And the people then go ahead and build without a plan. 2014, 13, so the parish council, the municipal council, issued some letter. Say, all who build without plan must come in earlier themselves. Sir. And the Hughes, you know, them sit there and allow the people that we build on their houses, everybody build up. And when you reach 20, about that time, me might be wrong on the year, me get a letter too. Say, we need to regulate. Because we never go through the right. They never go through the right channel. But the house that I live in, I bought the house like how it is with the addition. But me never get the drawing. And it cost me $100,000 to get it regulated. Because they are going to bring me to court and lick it down. These are the corruption that take place about where you know, sir. Were you aware of it, sir?
That the parish council, the municipal corporation is requiring that people who didn't go through the appropriate channels that they regularize?
Right.
It's a normal part of how the municipal corporations and the municipality of Portmore operates.
Yeah, but they sit and allow the illegality to take place. That may put to you, you know.
I'm not so certain you can, while I agree there should be enforcement, you know, with people, you can't blame the municipal corporation for people breaking the law, though. People should know that they shouldn't break the law.
You sit down and allow so much of them to break it, and you don't say nothing.
But didn't you say you were one of them who broke the law?
No, me buy the house same way.
Okay, you bought the house like that, and then they had done some work that wasn't approved on it.
Right, and it cost me $100,000 when I regret all up to today.
Well, perhaps you could have done some more due diligence then.
Like how, sir?
To check on what the original structure was and to ensure that all the relevant approvals were granted to improve upon the house that you're buying.
Me get lawyer to help me. Me a dung at that time.
And your lawyers didn't figure that that's something they should check.
No.
Well, that's a good thing to point out. So if someone else is buying in the future, or if you're buying in the future, you know that's something that you should check. I can understand. That seems like a hard hit for you still. I can appreciate that.
A lot of some people where.
Yeah, but the municipal corporation don't have the means, the wherewithal to look at every single thing that is happening. Some things are going to happen and then they have to deal with it retroactively.
Do you know Greater Portmore, sir?
Very much so.
It's a big city. And the Holy House I go up and you know investigate it, sir.
Well, I guess it's the investigations that reveal that some people are doing it unlawfully.
Tyrone, 1,000 and 1,000 of houses, and no one knows me I talk about. And you see, and you know investigate Tyrone.
But I think you're missing my point doing it. Do you think they have the means to look at every illegal billing that is going up? Do you think they have the resources to do that? To dispatch a team to because there are thousands of applications that would come in legally that they have to inspect, and then there are probably thousands more that are making illegal adjustments or billing illegally that they will catch up with in time. I think it's reasonable for them to catch up in time. I have to leave it there though. We've gone over time. Thank you though, my brother. You have to give us a call back and we can complete this conversation. All right. This is Cliff Hughes Online. We take the break. Remember at the top of the hour you'll hear the world at noon. So we take the break and come back with more.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one.
Me too.
Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Introducing the all-new Ford Territory SUV, designed for those who seek adventure and crave style. The Ford Territory is Jamaica's newest SUV, which delivers the perfect combination of design, functionality, and advanced technology. Discover the Ford Territory today, where every journey becomes an adventure, starting at only $86,728 per month and backed by a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. What are you waiting for? Book a test drive today. Available only at KIG. We keep you driving.
Apply to work in the next general election. Visit your EOJ constituency office or apply online at ecj.com.jm. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, committed to free and fair elections.
Good morning and welcome to the newest addition to the Nationwide News Network family on Hot 102.
Good afternoon, I'm Erica Allen.
I'm Elizabeth Bennett.
In Nationwide News at this hour.
This is Nationwide. I'm Cliff Hughes.
And I'm Carol Narcisse.
Morning, welcome to This Morning on Hot 102.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Beverly Anderson Manley. Good morning and welcome.
For 20 years, Nationwide 90 FM has been your trusted source for breaking news, delivering critical updates when you needed them most.
3:37 in the afternoon, we interrupt to bring you more from the One Don Klansman gang trial. Another guilty verdict.
With fearless, fact-based journalism that unearthed the truth.
Between 2012 and 2018, nearly $5.5 million was taken from the track legend.
And insightful commentary that sparked meaningful conversations and shifted perspectives.
Welcome to the front page. I'm Emily Crooks.
I am Naomi Francis. We're pleased to be joined by Roger Clark.
From the stories that shook Jamaica,
we're having an earthquake,
to those that inspired change and left lasting impacts.
In 2014, to be dealing with an issue such as the Mariodine case.
Nationwide 90 FM has been there, diving deep into the issues that matter most to you. As we mark 20 years of dedicated service in 2025, we honor the trust you have placed in us and reaffirm our commitment to serving you, the Jamaican people, rooted in truth, fairness, and integrity. We continue to provide incisive reporting with a foundation of accountability and respect. While we celebrate our journey, we are also focused on the future, fueled by the same passion and purpose that has always driven us. Thank you for supporting Team Revolution for 2 decades. Stay with us. The best is yet to come.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. This is Cliff Hughes Online. It's the TGIF edition. We are drawing closer and closer to bringing the morning session to a close. But we are working the phone lines. And up next is Bobby. Top of the morning to you, Sir Bobby. What's on your mind?
Good morning, my good friend Tyrone. And how are you?
The man who owe me 2 cases of Malta. How are you, Sir Bobby?
Drink that man. We soon drink that man. It's more than 2 cases.
What's on your mind, man?
Well, first I want to say happy Valentine's Day to all the staff at Nationwide. And I only hope Cliff Hughes send home everybody early, for them to go and enjoy them Valentine. Please don't cost me.
I'm sure the ladies would appreciate you saying that.
I know, man. I know they will. They always like when Bobby come and negotiate for them, you know. Yes. Yes. The matter with the Prime Minister and the IC issue, isn't that matter is under a judicial review?
It's before the courts.
Yes,
so the matter is before the courts.
So why is it Mark Golden is still having it all over the place?
I mean, what do you think, Bobby? It's a political issue. He says it remains unresolved. It's not unlawful for him to say that because the matter remains unresolved.
But the matter is before the court. What I want to say.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to answer me honestly. Is the matter unresolved?
Well, that is the reason why it is before the court. So
it remains unresolved. I follow this, Bobby. If you're going to be fair, if it were the opposition leader whose matter remained unresolved, I'm sure the governing Jamaica Labour Party would talk about it and say the matter is unresolved. It's just the nature of politics.
No. I would come out and tell the Labour Party, say, look here, wait until the court resolve the matter. Right? Because, say, for example, when the matter has been resolved now, we now get thrown underneath the bus. Let us wait. So I want to say to my good friend Mark Golden, when this matter is ended and the Prime Minister go over all the hurdles, I only hope Mark Golden can show up himself or a lawsuit. I only hope that.
But what would you sue him for saying the matter is unresolved?
No. What I want is for when the matter is ended and the Prime Minister go over all those hurdles, I want to hear what Mark Golden has to say because, trust me, this is still damaging the Prime Minister for something what he's not guilty about. Right?
No, but the matter remains unresolved. So we can't draw any conclusion about guilt.
Right. Well, that is the reason why I am saying wait on the court. Wait on them.
But you just offered a determination about guilt, and I'm saying the matter remains. The Integrity Commission hasn't found anything to prosecute the Prime Minister for. Right? They have not found anything. If they did, they did refer him in one report, and the Director of Corruption Prosecution said, and this had nothing to do with illicit enrichment at the time. This had to do with some conflict of interest issues that happened several years ago, and they Director of Corruption Prosecution, said there's no case for him to answer. In this immediate instance, this matter now that remains unresolved regarding his statutory declarations. They have not recommended that he be referred to the Director of Corruption Prosecution. But ask the FID and the tax people to continue the investigation. The truth is, reasonable. If you're a reasonable person, you allow the courts to do what they're doing. Yeah. Exactly. But politics is not usually a reasonable thing. People are going to want to score political points, and I believe it is my thinking that if the shoe were on the other foot, you'd probably hear members of the JP harping about it too. It's par for the course.
Tyrone, look, do you know why Mark Bolden is behaving like this? Because the PNP ship is sinking, right? And when the next general election comes, it will reach rock bottom. But the other point I would like to point out now, I want to ask my good friend and my former Prime Minister, the Honorable T.J. Percival James Pattison, why he don't stay home and enjoy his $1 million pension, right? And just keep quiet. He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember that under his watch for the 14 years when he was Prime Minister.
Or is it 16? Is it 16?
No, man. 14 years.
Out of the 18, he took over in when? 90 or 92? Anyways, right. Either 14 or 16, right? Yes. It was multiple years. He won several elections.
Right, yes. And during his tenure, it was mismanagement of the economy. So till at 1 year, when his finance minister imposed a tax on gas, and it was a terrible gas riot in the 90s that locked down the country, bring the economy to a halt.
I remember that, I walked home from Arden High School that day, all the way from Arden down to Marvelly. Big up Marvelly, yeah, my place. I walked all the way from Arden High School to Marvelly because it was bedlam. I mean, the entire country was in a ruckus. Exactly. Look, this is me personally speaking as a Jamaican who came of age during the time when PJ was Prime Minister. If I were in politics and advising the PNP, I would not draw for PJ Pattison to criticize the government about the state of affairs of anything. Surely you can reach for him to do other things, but that wouldn't be one of them because his track record as Prime Minister opens you up now to criticism and for people to call to mind the things that transpired. Look, the number of corruption scandals that happened while allegations of corruption scandals that took place under the PNP and mismanagement and all kinds of things during that stretch of 18 years unbroken. It is best they try to get the Jamaican people to forget it. It was a masterclass in poor governance. It was a masterclass in poor governance, and it would serve them well to get the Jamaican people to forget it. Sir Bobby, we have to leave it there though. I'm up on the final break and I have to take it. All right, but you have a great weekend, man. I remember them 2 cases of Malta.
No, man, it's more than 2, man. It's more than 2.
No, you can't keep the others. Remember what I said. Have a good one, my brother. Enjoy the weekend. All right, this is Cliff Hughes Online. Yeah, we're up on our final break before the world at noon at the top of the hour. We take the break and come back with more of your calls.
And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Furnitureland at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furnitureland is
11:47.
Enough power tool, big to small. Jackama figure dig the wall.
Upper total tools.
Weed whacker figure trim the lawn. We have everything a job demand.
Total tools.
We rent them, sell them and fix them. Also give Total Tools a call. When I say home improvement, landscape construction, a Total Tools are your option. Home improvement, landscape construction, Total Tools are your option.
Total Tools, located at 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios, 34 Slive Road, Kingston.
And lot C6 Jacksaw, Sentence Bay. Call us today.
And everybody let me hear ya. Me have to ask, why eat other snacks when sunshine has the best for you? Nature's best buns are crunchy. The flavor that sings to you, salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
Payroll processing giving you angina? Complete your payroll in just 15 minutes with IcoPay. IcoPay is an efficient payroll software that simplifies payroll processing and returns for businesses of all sizes. Features includes SO1 and SO2 filings, online salary deposits, payslip distribution via email, and many more. It's Jamaica's best-selling payroll solution. Visit IcoPayJA.com for a demo. Follow at IcoPayJA or call or WhatsApp at 876-333-5809.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here inside Cliff Hughes Online. It's the TJF edition, and I'm your host, Tyrone Reid. We're working the phone lines, taking your calls. Nora, can you call Kenyatta Powell? He's again tweeting at us on the platform, or posting on X, right? And for him to give us some legal insight into what is this situation here. If we don't have any calls lined up, do we have calls lined up, Mr. Portmore? All right, but let me just read what Kenyatta Powell is saying here in relation to this issue of the removal of the mayor if the parish boundary when the parish boundaries change and Portmore becomes a parish. He says, keeping the mayor of Maypen in place while ousting the mayor of a new parish of Portmore would be perfectly consistent in law under the relevant statute, the Local Governance Act. The chair of a parish MCs, that is the mayor, is chosen by the council members. The Maypen mayor must remain in post because there is no majority of the council members to remove him. Assuming a JP majority on the new Portmore parish MC or the reconfigured St. Catherine MC, it would be perfectly legal for the majorities to remove the incumbent mayors. But I'm not even making a legal argument, Kenyatta Powell. Yes, I'm talking about, which I think is perhaps the only reasonable thing that has been raised by the PNP on this issue, is are they seeking to circumvent the wishes of the people with the changing of the boundaries? And if they can come to some kind of agreement regarding that going forward until they go back to the people again regarding what should happen, or should we call, is there anything law that would allow for fresh elections to be declared in these newly reconfigured boundaries, those areas, so that we can ensure that the will of the people is not dishonored, is the point I'm making. I think it's a reasonable argument to consider than if you make a move in Parliament to adjust the boundaries and then all of a sudden you want to change everything else. I'm saying that does not seem like the proper thing to do. It might be lawful, but it might not be proper, is the point I'm making, Kenyatta Powell. Mr. Portmore, are you with us? Top of the morning to you.
Sir, I'm here holding for a long time, but happy to be on here.
We apologize, Mr. Portmore. What's on your mind?
How you doing?
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
The last time I was here, I asked 4 persons to get in touch with me because I said I need some help. And nobody no call. I'm disappointed. I don't know if I can make that play again. It's Chris Gale, Shelley, Mr. Bolt, and Asafa. My number is at Nationwide, so I'd love them to call and get in touch with me. Please, I beg. I need some help. I hear you talking about the Portmore municipality, but remember that when you're a city, you know, I don't know if this will be changed, but in a city, you have to run as a councillor, and when all councillors win, the majority choose from the council caucus. So I don't know if that will be a consideration. I don't know. We don't mind Mr. Thomas, you know. What I am afraid of is Fitzjackson is saying him don't want Portmore to be a mayor. And I don't know if he believe that Mr. Thomas can run Portmore as a mayor. I don't know. And another thing I know is that a lot of people, let me tell you something, sir.
No, the suggestion seemed to be that Mr. Thomas might be in some difficulty because he's not a councillor per se. He was directly elected as mayor, so he doesn't have a division. I think is the argument that's being made.
Right. But what I'm saying is, every single soul don't have a problem with Portmore being a city. Fitzjackson know why he don't want it to be a city, you know. Him don't want certain places to cut from Portmore. Him know why. And him should tell Jamaica why. I'm gonna give you a hint.
But he has told Jamaica why in his remarks. Unless you're saying there's more, but he did he says it's gerrymandering and he's complaining about overturning the will of the people.
Sir, let me tell you this, and take it from me as I tell you. There are certain places in Portmore that is, if you check the last election that run, and you look at all the various divisions that voted for Fitzjackson, and see where the people who constantly vote for Fitzjackson. And I'm saying to people these days, Portmore has not developed into anything since Fitzjackson is there for 30 years. If Fitzjackson go away, we're not miss him because we're not getting anything from Fitzjackson.
But sir, the people keep voting. But how many times has Fitzjackson won re-election?
Over 30 years.
The majority of the people over in Southwest, St. Catherine, don't agree with you.
St. Catherine, Southern. Well, let me tell you this, you know. As I said before, you know, a lot of people don't come out.
Yes, South St. Catherine, pardon me.
Because they have it to say that the both parties is the same. I don't believe so. And I keep saying, if people were politically educated, then they wouldn't. Look at PJ Patterson. That man should
well, unless you're saying the Jamaican voter is afflicted by some form of Stockholm syndrome, that they keep voting for people who are not representing them well and abusing them, some kind of electoral Stockholm syndrome. The people over there don't seem to agree with it. They keep returning him to power, to represent them.
I would hope that they come to them senses now, because if Fitzjackson give them out of cards to some of them, then I know I throw a housing trust under GLP and TNP. And I know I had to have my money, my fee to go in and to claim my house. I don't know anybody get any free house from nobody. You understand? So I hope people come to them senses now and look at who is doing good for Jamaica and vote for that person. And trust me, when the world is talking about Andrew Holness, and when you listen to PNP, so we're tired of Andrew now, Andrew a figure. Why am I figure? We're just tired of him. But yet when you listen to people who may believe have a little more sense, they tell you the good things that Andrew is doing. And you cannot deny it. There's nobody that can deny the fact that Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party is doing wonders for Jamaica. I remember in the 80s when we couldn't get certain things with taxes high. Every minute we wonder when they go tax for income tax, or when we ever get tax now. We used to wonder, we pay a car move, 1%, 2% increase. People don't remember these things. People don't remember these things. It's Jamaica we're dealing with. It's not a PNT or JLP to me now, you know. It's a Jamaica thing. It's who can continue to do the work and carry Jamaica forward. I don't believe we should
Well,
change.
well, you get a chance to have your say when the country goes to the polls again, Mr. Pope. Thanks for the call, though. We appreciate it. All right, that's Mr. Pope more there. Well, we have to bring the morning session of Cliff Hughes Online to a close at this juncture. We take the break now. You'll hear some messages, and then at the top of the hour, you'll hear the world at noon. We'll come back at around 12:30 to bring things up to about 1 o'clock. All right? Soon come.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
News time, 12 o'clock.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Robianne Williams. Coming up in the World at Noon for today, Friday, February 14, 2025. Cost cutting continues at the digital-owned Sportsmax Limited with the entire marketing staff made redundant. A former president of the MSME Alliance is unsure where the additional taxes the government is projecting to collect in the new fiscal year will come from. Northwest Clarendon caretaker Richard Azan says Jamaicans have been misled about the Spark and Reach roadwork programs. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen to return to work next Monday. In regional news, detention orders signed for 3 alleged gangsters in Trinidad and Tobago. In international news, nearly 1/10 of staff at the Centers for Disease Control in the USA are set to lose their jobs. And in sports, the Scorpions hold advantage against the Pride in regional 4-day clash at Kensington Oval. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Now to the details. Nationwide News understands that the jobs of all staff members in the marketing department at Sportsmax Limited, the Caribbean's leading producer and broadcaster of sporting content, have been made redundant.
Sportsmax is owned by Digicel Jamaica. It's understood that redundancy letters were handed to staff members on Thursday. Our news center understands that the position of the senior manager responsible for content and programming has also been made redundant. Some ancillary staff have also been told they are surplus to requirements. Nationwide News understands that the latest cuts are part of an organization-wide rationalization exercise being undertaken by the Digicel leadership. This as they look to streamline operations and staunch the bleeding across all areas of the business. Our sources say Digicel is racing against the clock to implement various cost-saving measures and make the company into a lean outfit ahead of the start of the new financial year in April. The latest cuts also follow action taken last year when the CEO of Sportsmax along with one of his senior managers were told that they no longer had a place in the organization going forward. Past president of the MSME Alliance, Donovan Wignall, is expressing concern about the government's intention to ramp up collection of tax revenues in the new fiscal year.
My major concern with some of the stuff announced in the budget is the additional taxes that they intend to collect for GCT and PAYE. The economy in terms of growth is not performing as we would like. If you look at the growth figures for the last couple of quarters, and some people would want to say that we are heading to a recession or probably on the cusp of one. And in an economy that's looking that way, collecting more from the economy that is not working as best as it can on the productive side might present a challenge to the people that currently exist in it.
From the figures published in the revenue estimates for 2025-2026, the government expects to collect more from its two headline taxes in the new fiscal year, which starts on April 1. These two headline taxes are Pay-as-you-earn and General Consumption Tax GCT. Overall, the government is expecting to collect an additional $50 billion in tax revenue for the upcoming financial year. Based on the revenue estimates for the period, they're anticipating growth from most tax revenue streams. For the current financial year, the government plans to collect over $900 billion in tax revenue. GCT is projected to account for $305 billion of that sum, while income tax is expected to contribute $339 billion. Meanwhile, Mr. Wignall is reiterating his call for the government to introduce initiatives to boost the growth of small businesses.
What I'd like to see is additional plans or plans effected to bolster production in the economy, to help those companies to produce more that are currently producing, to improve and increase companies that are starting up to produce, and to basically foster better environment for the sustainable setup, growth and development of businesses.
Donovan Wignall, past president of the MSME Alliance. Opposition spokesman on roads and works, Richard Azan, is criticizing the government for its handling of the Spark and Reach programs. He was speaking at a PNP rally in northwest Clarendon on Thursday.
So comrade, they're going around and they're making all type of announcement and nothing will happen. They announce about Spark. Take it from me. Take it from me. I know from day one. He announced it from May last year, and up to today, it can't spark yet. They announced Reach, and Reach can't come either. They take everybody like fool.
But according to Works Minister Robert Morgan, work is advanced in Harbour Heights in the constituency of East Kingston and Port Royal under the Spark program. He says work is also being done on about 40 roads in 20 other constituencies under Spark. Where Reach is concerned, the minister says numerous roads have been patched across the island under the initiative. At the PNP meeting on Thursday, Richard Azan said based on his calculations, not enough funds have been committed to the road repair needs in northwest Clarendon.
Northwest would name 40 roads. I attend one of the consultation. When I attend the consultation at Paulie United Church Hall, and they said those who attend the meeting must name their road where they want to fix. It ended up that some of the road that the councilors name and what the people want. So what you do, you diss the councillors. The list return now, and it's only 10 roads for Northwest Clarendon out of 40. But all of you have phone, and I want you to divide 40 into 150 and tell me how much you get. The total that Comrade Councillor mentioned, 780 million, and you only have 150. Nonsense.
Richard Azan, opposition spokesman on Road and Works and PNP caretaker in Northwest Clarendon. Meanwhile, Richard Azan is chiding the government for the agreement it has with beneficiaries under the new social housing program NSHP.
When we are build house, I give people and I give them key. After your house, now they come and build one house and give somebody and they come out and tell them, say, if you're dead, and for your house again. Well, you ever hear that yet? And they want to say it's PNP propaganda. It's Desmond McKenzie said it. And a matter of fact, comrades, I want to tell you further. You say what Desmond said? It is true. Because the social housing program, where you say Andrew run up and down, I give out one house. Read the agreement. Read the agreement. It is in the agreement. It's not your house. It's a government house.
Richard Azan, opposition spokesman on Road and Works. Last week, Minister McKenzie sought to clarify the ownership of those units given to Jamaicans under the Indigent Housing Program.
Beneficiaries of those houses are registered, investigated by the Poor Relief Department, and once they meet the criteria under the Poor Relief Act, they are provided with an indigent housing solution. The houses remain the property of the municipal corporation. So if someone dies, the municipality retains the right of the house and it is passed on to someone who is in need.
Desmond McKenzie, local government minister. Minister McKenzie says houses under the NSHP fall into the ownership of the next of kin when beneficiaries die. Education and Skills Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon says free skills training at the Heart NSTA Trust was conceptualized in an effort to ensure more young people can climb the social ladder. Minister Morris-Dixon was speaking at the West Kingston Youth Forum on Thursday at Tivoli Gardens High School.
They can go to Heart free of cost, no cost to them. And we did that because we understand that everybody need a chance. And if you look in the world, young people, when you look around, the most demanded jobs are skill jobs. When you look in America, you look in Canada, you look in Europe, where are the shortages? The shortages are in the skills area. There's a shortage of plumbers, electricians. All of those jobs are shortages globally. In our own hotel sector, they want more of this. There are high-paying jobs out there, and that's why we made Heart free, not because we just wanted it as a gimmick, but it's because we want you to be rich. That is why we made it free.
Minister Morris-Dixon reiterated that the Free Skills program is also providing grants to young Jamaicans to start their small business after graduating from vocational training.
So what we did at Heart is that if you finish level 4 without any question asked, we take up $50,000 and give you and say, here, this is to help you to start your business. It don't matter what you studied at Heart, as long as you finish level 4. And then if you're on path, or you're a ward of the state, we give you $75,000 to say, start your little business. We also give each person who wants to start something at Heart, after they're finished, a $100,000 grant in addition to that. So this is a government that is trying its best to meet you where you are, because we believe in all of our young people.
Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, Education and Skills Minister. Meanwhile, Minister Morris-Dixon says the government's Learning and Investment for Transformation, or LIFT program, continues to produce young Jamaicans who've now been successfully placed in full-time jobs.
So it don't matter if you're rich or you're poor, you're going to get your driver's license, you're going to have your passport, you're going to have your TRN, you're going to have all those documents because you're going to drive a car. We know that. We know that. And so we believe in our young people, and we did that. And then we give them work experience. and we pay them while they're getting their work experience. We give them $85,000 a month. And we say, here, go into these areas. We also have a saving component. So when they finish, they get a lump sum of money that can help them. And so many of them from the first cohort are now at university, or they're in their own jobs, and they've been taken on by the companies that they were doing work experience in. It is absolutely fabulous.
LIFT targets people 17 years and older for job placement, professionalism training, and assistance with obtaining documents that include a driver's license, passport, bank account, tax registration number, and national insurance scheme card. Launched in 2023, the program aims to bolster the social mobility of 2,500 Jamaicans over the next 5 years. Minister Morris Dixon says the government has created the CARE program for those who were unable to access LIFT.
We have young people also who may not have had the 5 CXCs. They went to school and maybe joke it out a little bit, or it was hard. It was hard for them. And so we developed a program for those who never finished school, never got the subjects. But guess what? We still believe that there is a lot they can do in this world, and we still believe in them. And so we put a program together for them called CARE, where we take them and we say, look, you're going to do some plumbing, or you're going to do the electrician program or the construction program. And guess what? While you're studying, we're going to pay you every week. Which government you know do anything like that?
Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Education and Skills Minister. A plan to amend the new Firearms Act is one of the priorities of the government this fiscal year. Custis of Kingston, Stedman Fuller, made the announcement as he delivered the throne speech to mark the ceremonial opening of Parliament on Thursday.
For the 2025-2026 year, legislative priorities include updates to the Firearms Act to include a framework for plea negotiations, among other things. This is consequent to the effectiveness of the new mandatory minimum penalty, which has increased the level of interest among accused persons in entering guilty pleas.
The new Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act was passed into law in November 2022. Breaches of the new act currently result in penalties ranging from 15 years to life imprisonment. The amendment follows concern that people who are charged under the legislation would not consider taking a plea deal due to the harsher penalties imposed. Meanwhile, Custis Fuller says 2 other pieces of legislation will also be amended.
Updates will also be made to the Proceeds of Crime Act and Fingerprint Act, alongside a comprehensive reform of the Corrections Act. The Child Offender Rehabilitation and Social Reintegration Strategy will also be launched to support transformative justice.
Stedman Fuller Custis of Kingston. He was deputizing for Governor General Sir Patrick Allen. And the tourism industry is set to be bolstered with the construction of 6 hotels in the upcoming fiscal year.
During this fiscal year, 6 new hotels totaling 5,600 rooms and 1,000 hotel workers' housing will commence construction. When completed, this will bring foreign direct investment of US $2.5 billion and 10,000 new jobs.
The announcement comes as the tourism industry continues to see increases in visitor arrivals and earnings. Custis Fuller says the sector welcomed over 4 million visitors in 2024.
It overcame challenges, including travel advisories and severe weather, to welcome 4.1 million visitors, generating US $4.3 billion in revenue. This moves the sector closer to the 5 by 5 by 5 goal. That is 5 million visitors, US $5 billion in earning by 2025.
Stedman Fuller Custis of Kingston, he was deputizing for Governor General Sir Patrick Allen in presenting the throne speech. To regional news now, in Trinidad and Tobago, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines has issued 3 detention orders under the Emergency Powers Regulations targeting individuals allegedly linked to violent gang activity and crime. The Newsday in TNT is reporting that the orders dated February 12 authorized the preventive detention of Sterling Walcott, Akim Ravello, and Tyreek Williamson, citing threats to public safety and national security. Walcott has been identified as the leader of the Arapooch gang. According to the detention order, he is allegedly involved in murders, narcotics, and firearms trafficking. He's also accused of planning violent retaliatory attacks using high-powered weapons. Ravello has been named as a member of the Arapooch gang. Authorities claim he has conspired with others to execute violent reprisals, allegedly involving the use of high-powered weapons. Williamson has been identified as a high-ranking enforcer of the Rasta City gang. The order alleges he has been involved in public murders using high-powered firearms and has been recruited to carry out further violent gang activity. The emergency powers regulations allow the government to detain individuals without charge if they are deemed a threat to public safety, order, or national security. Under the regulations, detainees have the right to challenge their detention before a review tribunal. And in international news, nearly 1,300 probationary employees at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which is roughly 1/10 of the agency's workforce, are being forced out under the Trump administration's move to get rid of all probationary employees. The Associated Press is reporting that the Atlanta-based agency's leadership was notified by the decision on Friday morning. The verbal notice came from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services in a meeting with the CDC leaders. The affected employees are supposed to receive 4 weeks of paid administrative leave. With a core budget of $9.2 billion, the CDC is charged with protecting Americans from outbreaks and other public health threats. Before the cuts, the agency had about 13,000 employees, including more than 2,000 staff who work in other countries. That's it for local, regional, and international news. Sports is next.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
12:20.
Stop buying expensive toner cartridges. Global Ink is now selling new factory direct generic toners. Remove factory seals, install and print. Engineered to work first time, every time. Certified for use in HP and Brother printers. Worry-free, affordable printing for your peace of mind. Money saved is money earned. We deliver island-wide. 754-7444 or 1-888-NEED-INK. Never run out of toner again. Global Ink.
This Valentine's Day, show you care with the perfect gift from Descal Collections. Choose from our selection of fragrances, gift sets, clothing, accessories, flowers, and even balloon bouquets. Descal has everything you need to show just how much you care. Visit us today at Lane Plaza, shop number 13, or call us at 876-353-1415 and find the perfect way to say, I love you. Descal, where every gift is wrapped with love. Dancehall week, can't miss me. February 23 to March 2, 1 full week of dancehall activities. New style. Cliff Hughes online, I got there at the Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center on February 26 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the official Dancehall Village to help celebrate dancehall. Holla back on me and come celebrate the dancehall culture at the Cannabis Village. Seminar and workshop I got there, food and shopping village, and the official opening of the Dancehall Museum. This you wanna hold? Catch me side at Cliff Hughes online. Me a dance and I go with a bag of things. Them I go have dance workshop and boot camps, and guess what? It's free all week. Go down and don't forget the dancehall fashion frenzy on Friday and the dancehall street parade, plus the big bad corrosing after party on Sunday. Me, after that, it can't can't miss me. And if you miss it, that rough. But don't worry, Cliff Hughes online I got there if you make you know the pre. You see? February 26th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Only on Nationwide 90 FM. Oh, we are the revolution in media.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news. This is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. The Jamaica Scorpions are heading for another defeat in the West Indies 4-Day Championship. At sports time, they reached 159 for 9 against Barbados Pride, batting a second time, a lead of just 97 runs at the Kensington Oval. Captain John Campbell made 25 and Javel Glenn 66. Raymond Simmons and Jomel Warrican have so far taken 2 wickets apiece. Jonathan Drake slammed 108. The Pride were bowled out for 293 in their first innings. At Windsor Park in Dominica, the combined campuses and colleges reached 29 without loss in their second innings against the Windward Islands Volcanoes. Karen Powell 16 and Damel Evelyn 10 are the not-out batsmen. Resuming on 232 for 8, the Volcanoes were bowled out for 248. Gian Benjamin made 49, Kenneth Denver 49 and Jeremy Salazano made 25. Akeem Jordan picked up 5 wickets, Romario Greaves 3. Scores in the game so far, the combined campuses 216 and 29 without loss. The Windward Islands Volcanoes 248. At Warner Park in Basseterre, the Leeward Islands Hurricanes, they were 175 all out in reply to Trinidad and Tobago's massive 529 for 5 declared. Jason Mohammed made 204, Joshua De Silva 152, and they put on 259 for the 4th wicket, and Raheem Cornwall bagged a 3 for 127. In the meantime, the Guyana Harpy Eagles, the defending champions, they are 121 for 4 against the West Indies Academy in a game that has been plagued by rain. Arnett Gardens came from 1-0 down to beat Waterhouse 3-2 at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. In the late game in the Ray & Nephew Jamaica Premier League on Thursday, a tougher ride Bygrave gave Waterhouse the lead on 21 minutes, but Warner Brown drew Arnett level 4 minutes later. Jaheim Thomas then gave the Junglists the lead for the first time in minute 54, only for Javane Byrne to level things up in minute 75. Chantamoy Taylor had the final say, and the winner for Arnett in added time. Arnett remains second and 48 points. They're 7 behind the leaders, Mount Pleasant, who defeated Maline 6-2. Champions Cavalier needed an added time Shaquille Stein goal to earn a 1-1 draw with Mobay United. In the days of the game, Vere and Harbourview played out a 1-1 draw. The 2025 Jamaica Women's Premier League JWPL is set to kick off on March 1 with 11 teams from across the island competing for the title. The league was officially launched on Wednesday, marking a new era for women's football in the country under a recently signed Memorandum of Understanding MOU between the Professional Women's Football Jamaica Limited and the Jamaica Football Federation. The PWJFL has been entrusted with the marketing, commercialization and development of the league. Chairman of the league of the PWFJL, that's Christina Hudson, says they have a clear vision to elevate women's football to a fully professional standard.
Our mission is to drive transformational change in Jamaica women's football by creating professional opportunities for female athletes with guaranteed monetary benefits. We aim to develop and nurture the talent for overseas markets, increase the number of local players transitioning into our national program, and engage communities across the island through football.
Hudson says the various stakeholders have a major role to play in the success of the league.
As we embark on this journey, I want to make a special appeal to our players, coaches, and clubs. This league's success depends on you. I urge you to honor your fixtures, respect our sponsors, and give your very best on the field. Every match is an opportunity to showcase your talent, build your reputation, and demonstrate why women's football in Jamaica deserves equal investment and support.
Christina Hudson. Jamaica's second leg in the CONCACAF Gold Cup preliminaries. That's the national senior football team. That second game has been moved to Sabina Park. The first game will be played in St. Vincent on March 21, and the second at Sabina Park 4 days later. The Gold Cup preliminary include 14 men's national teams competing for the final 7 spots at the CONCACAF group stage, CONCACAF Gold Cup group stage. World and Olympic gold medalist Shelley Ann Fraser-Pryce says she wants her legacy to serve as a beacon to future generations. Fraser-Pryce was speaking at the official presentation of the keys to the city of Kingston at Wolmer's Girls' School yesterday.
I am beyond
grateful for this honor because I don't take this lightly because I believe in impact. I believe in making sure that the next generation that comes after me will understand the importance of trusting the timing of your life, of trusting that God is good, God does good, and He will at the right time make everything possible.
Shelley and Fraser Price. St. George's College and Camperdown advanced to the final of the Urban Area Under-16 Easter Schoolboy Basketball Competition set for February 20. St. George's booked their spot in the final after stopping Calabar 65-56 in Game 2 of their best-of-3 semi-finals. Meanwhile, Camperdown beat Arden 57-55 in their Game 2 semi-final. In the Rural Area semi-final, Cornwall College, they defeated Herbert Morrison 52-50 to level their best-of-3 encounter at 1-1. The third and deciding match is set for February 17. And finally in sports at this time, Brandon Lang and Aliana McMaster topped the recent PWD Winter Open Sports Clay Tournament at the True Juice Estates in St. Catherine. The course was set by Ben Hostwaite, who is a 19-time world shotgun champ out of the UK. Over 130 gunners traveled to the venue with great anticipation to compete on the international course as set by Hostwaite. Leng was winning a sporting clay tournament for the first time in over 10 years, while McMaster successfully defended her title from 2024. The wins only came after the Super 6 showdown, which took place among the top shooters from the main event, 100 bird shoot. Leng had a good start, getting 5 of the 6 targets on his first station and went on to clean up 10 of the other 16 stations, but was pegged back on station 5, getting only 1 of the 4 targets for that station. During the Super 6 shoot-off, he held his nerve to be joint leaders with Jeffrey Zidzi after 3 rounds, which forced an additional round between them, which Leng comfortably won. And that will do it for your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Sports is going to be back on this station at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
To recap our top stories making the world at noon, cost cutting continues at the Digicel-owned Sportsmax Limited, with the entire marketing staff made redundant. A former president of the MSME Alliance is unsure where the additional taxes the government is projecting to collect in the new fiscal year will come from. Northwest Clarendon caretaker Richard Azan says Jamaicans have been misled about the Spark and Reach roadwork programs. I'm Robeanne Williams. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5. Good afternoon.
Since 2016, 156,000 more Jamaicans are working. This is more than any other time in our history. Your government is caring for you.
The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
12:31.
This Valentine's Day, show you care with the perfect gift from Descal Collections. Choose from our selection of fragrances, gift sets, clothing, accessories, flowers, and even balloon bouquets. Descal has everything you need to show just how much you care. Visit us today at Lane Plaza, shop number 13, or call us at 876-353-1415 and find the perfect way to say, I love you. Descal, where every gift is wrapped with love.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see.
Welcome back. Thank you so very much for sticking and staying with us. This is the afternoon session of Cliff Hughes Online. Remember the numbers to reach us, 876-630-9371 876-618-8255. I'm being told by our lovely producers that we have some Valentine's Day giveaways. So, we have a gift basket from Fragrance and More, the All Occasions store. Yes, a gift basket from Fragrance and More, the All Occasions store. We also have 2 gift certificates from Chocolate Dreams. Now, for a caller, the question is, Fragrance and More has gift baskets for many occasions. Name 3. So that is the question. Fragrance and More has gift baskets for many occasions, and we are asking you to name 3. So 876-630-9371 or 876-618-8255. Give us a call, and you can win a gift basket from Fragrance and More, the All Occasions store, or gift certificates from Chocolate Dreams. And of course, if you want to call, if you have any issues that you want to discuss, you can also give us a call at the numbers 876-630-9371 or 876-618-8255. So, if you do have a Valentine and you want to get yourself a gift, to trick the crowd, you can give us a call. You can give us a call and try to win this gift basket. We have Ian on the line. Ian, good afternoon. How are you? No, sorry. We have Keddies first, who is online. Keddies. I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right. Keddies, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, man. That's okay.
Is it Keddies? Did I get it right, or did I massacre the pronunciation?
Not really. It's Keddies.
Keddies.
Right, Keddies.
All right, Keddies. So, are you calling Reid the gift baskets?
Yes.
Are you trying to trick the crowd, Keddies?
Yes, I am. I'm calling for the gift basket.
No, are you trying to trick the crowd? Is it that you don't have a Valentine, so you want to have everyone think that you do?
My Valentine is not physically here with me, but I have a replacement, which will be my son. So I know if him come home and see a nice basket today, would be so happy.
I'm sure he'll probably take something home for you as well. All right, so you want to take a crack at the question, Fragrance and More, the All Occasions store. They specialize in a number of gifts. You want to tell us what are those baskets that they offer? Or you want me to read the question for you again? Fragrance and More has gift baskets for many occasions. Name 3. So give me 3 and you'll win this basket.
Birthday, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day.
Birthdays, Mother's Day, yes. You ding 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 ding. Play that fanfare thing. Keddies, you've won yourself. You've won You won yourself a gift basket from Fragrance and More, the All Occasion Store. I like that. I like that little tagline from Fragrance and More, the All Occasions Store. I like that. Whoever came up with that should give them a raise, yeah? So you've won this basket. Please hold the line for us, kiddies. And of course, our producer will take your details and they'll work out the pickup arrangements, all right? Congratulations, kiddies.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a good one. Ian, you are up next. Ian, are you there?
Hey, Tyrone, how you doing?
Well, give thanks, we're not complaining. We're trying to go bank, How things with you?
Good, never really hard to answer the question, but go ahead, see if I can win myself something. I haven't won anything in a long time.
Well, the question is, hold on, let me see here. What's the other question? Where is Chocolate Dreams located?
I'm not good at winning these things, Chocolate Dreams. Honestly, I don't know where Chocolate Dreams located. In Kingston?
Yeah, but you have to give us the address.
Chocolate Dreams, a car. Is it in the 3 Mile area? I'm not sure, to be honest.
No. Well, all right, we understand. That's all right, man. That's good. That's fine. But yeah, something else on your mind?
Well, I was just pretty much is it Hibiscus Drive?
Producer, do I need the exact address from him? He has. Do I need the number as well?
96 Hibiscus Drive. 96 Hibiscus Drive.
No, you've gotten it wrong. But good attempt though. Good attempt. Is there another caller online, Nora, that we can get? You've missed. All right, sorry about that, Ian. We're gonna have to go to Karen though. Thanks very much for calling. All right, Karen. Good morning. Good afternoon to you. You're up next.
Yes, the address is 8 Hibiscus Drive.
So sorry, Lady Karen. You not 8 Hibiscus Drive. You've gotten that one wrong as well.
Okay.
Sorry about that. All right. Let us, for the YouTubers though, those who are on YouTube, if you're watching and you want to win one of these gift certificates, can you tell us where? All right, let's keep that one, the address for another caller. For the YouTube, the question is, I'm a sweet treat that's a perfect pair. Fruit and candy together beyond compare. Together on Valentine's Day, I'm a romantic delight, a tasty indulgence that's sure to excite. What am I? Let me read it again. I was wondering, that sounded barely legal. I wondered if the Broadcasting Commission would get us for that one. But let me read it again. I'm a sweet treat that's a perfect pair. Fruit and candy together beyond compare. Together on Valentine's Day, I'm a romantic delight, a tasty indulgence that's sure to excite. What am I? Right? That's the one for YouTube. Let me see. Nora, I'm not sure if you're monitoring the YouTube. Has anyone responded to it? I see someone says strawberry Jacqueline White. That's not the answer I have here. Alex Smith says red velvet cake. No, not yet. I don't see the answer yet. I gather Nora continue to look up. I think we have Keisha online for the question number 2. For question number 2, Keisha, top of the afternoon to you. Where is Chocolate Dreams located?
Hibiscus Drive, Kingston.
Yeah, I need the full address.
6 Hibiscus Drive, Kingston.
No, not correct. You've missed it again. People keep missing by a whisker. But it's not 6 Hibiscus Drive. I'm so sorry about that, Keisha. All right. Is there anyone else online? Let me see in the YouTube chat if anybody has gotten it. Howard Denny says strawberry and chocolate. Will you be accepting that, Nora Gay? Someone says chocolate cake. Would we be accepting strawberry and chocolate? That's not the answer I have here. But let's see. No, come on. Is there? Well, Nora says she thinks we can. But that's not the answer we have, and I don't think. Well, you get to decide, Nora, because I grade toughness. So you say go ahead and give it to the person on YouTube. Remember, you're responding to YouTubers. I'm a sweet treat. That's a perfect pair. Fruit and candy together, beyond compare. Together on Valentine's Day, I'm a romantic delight, a tasty indulgence that's sure to excite. What am I? Yeah. Somebody says strawberry chocolate cake, but we saw earlier when somebody said strawberry and chocolate. No, I'm not so certain this is fair, because if people saying the correct street that they for the location of where Chocolate Dreams is located, but they're not giving us the right number. We're not giving it to them. But Keisha, so you tell me which one I should give it to then, Nora, since you've said we can give it. Who gave it first? I think we have a Smith. Smith, you're online. Smith, do you want to take a crack at the question?
Yeah. Afternoon to everybody nationwide. It's 9 Hibiscus Drive.
I'm not hearing you, Smith. Been a real one.
9 Hibiscus Drive.
You're cracking up terribly. We don't really want to give the gifts to any men, so you're cracking up. We're not hearing you. Shh. Are you hearing that? But you're just messing. I'm messing around. You've won. It is 9 Hibiscus Drive, Smith. 9 Hibiscus Drive is in fact correct. Nora, do I need the Kingston whatever it is in 9 Hibiscus Drive, Kingston what? Should I put that on there too? All right, Smith, you've won. You've won. It's 9 Hibiscus Drive, and Smith has won. Question number 2, yes, and you are getting. Wait, what is he going to win, Nora? Because I see here 9 Hibiscus Drive. Okay, so Chocolate Dreams, yes. You just hold the line, Smith, and they'll tell you what you have won. And Amoy Harriage is the winner on YouTube, and you also get a Chocolate Dreams gift certificate. So Smith has gotten question 2, and on YouTube, Amoy Harriage is the winner on YouTube. We are up on the break. Of course, Amoy, you will, try to give us a call, 876-630-9371 876-618-8255, and they'll give you the details of how you can pick up. So congratulations to all of the winners. We're up on our final break inside this TGIF edition of Cliff Hughes Online. We take the break and come back with more of your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright, my walk had purpose.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
12:45.
Revamp your space with unique living, sleek fixed and sliding shower panels, shower systems and faucets, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, basins and kitchen sinks, closet and storage solutions, hanging aids, and more. Available in different finishes and sizes to match your style. Transform your space and visit us today at shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call us at 876-755-3661 or visit our website at uniquelivingja.com to shop.
Hey guys, guys, tune in to the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Rubis gas station on Constant Spring Road for the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day.
Test drive their stylish Haval and tank models and get a sweet treat this Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Don't miss these lovely deals this Valentine's.
So tune in to the E-Zone on Friday, February 14 from 1 to 3 p.m. It's the Love Your Drive Test Drive Day promotion.
Catch us at the Rubis gas station
on Constant Spring Road,
29 Waterloo Road,
or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM,
the new revolution in media. This podcast is brought to you by Stewart's Automotive Group.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
Welcome back. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking and staying with us right here inside this TJF edition of Cliff Hughes Online. And Nora, do we have anything else? That's it for the giveaways. Is there another gift certificate that's left, or that's it for the giveaways? Have we? Okay, that is it. So you've won all that we have available for the Valentine's Day giveaway. Gift basket from Fragrance and More, the All Occasion store, and gift certificates from Chocolate Dreams. Yeah. So thanks so much to the good people at the Fragrance and More, the All Occasion store, and of course Chocolate Dreams. Thanks to the good people at those two entities for sponsoring that segment, the giveaways. All right. 876-630-9371-4 or 876-618-8255. That is those are the numbers you can call to talk with us. I should have said, I don't think I did before we threw to the first break. We did try to get Dr. Andrew Wheatley to come on to tell us, after the boundaries have been changed for Portmore to become, after Portmore becomes a parish and the boundaries have been decided upon, what would happen to the mayor, the mayors and the councillors in the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation? What are the implications for them? What are the implications for the mayor of Portmore, who was directly elected? But he has said to us that he's not available. He has another engagement at this time, and he says he'll be willing to join next week to speak on the matter. We definitely like to hear from the Dr. Wheatley on that, because the issue of basically overturning the will of the people, I think, is a reasonable consideration. Yeah, that matter should be given consideration. I do think this Portmore back and forth, whether or not Portmore should become a parish, is a storm in a teacup. I really do believe that. And at some point we would have to settle this issue of having people sitting in both in the Portmore municipality as well as the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. That matter was untidy and needed to be addressed. Yeah, but I'm sure we have bigger fish to fry than Portmore becoming a parish. That is my take on it. But of course, we need to resolve that issue, and we also need to respect the will of the people. Delroy, top of the afternoon to you. You're next.
Hey, Tyrone, good afternoon. Yeah, man, we know we have big fish to fry, but I'm a small fish. Tyrone, you know what I want to say? You see? Are you hearing me?
No, do you have us on speakerphone? Let me hear an echo.
No, I'm inside the office now. I come outside. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Well, all right. If you're not on speaker, just speak up and into the device so we can hear you. I'm hearing you now.
Yes, but I'm saying that I hear Richard Hassan talking about this host situation. You know, We're not big people like those because I know Richard has know better. And when I hear him talking about Andrew going around, one house around and then give better house. What kind of house is better than those? You mean the board house where they pay big give people? Those are the best type of house. Because I just hear him talking about they give better house than the 100 give. I don't understand what Richard is talking about. And secondly, I hear a leader, which is Mark Golden, coming out yesterday talking about there's nothing there in the KMC to really talk about because it was some kind of gift money. I don't know if this money was something like give out in a Porsche time. Remember with that Dutch money? That money is not taken.
Well, sir, we do not know. If the authorities are investigating, they'll tell us what is what, right? So let us not speculate.
But if this money are free that they ain't giving out, why is that they're saying that it's not to be known about, it's not supposed to be known about and whatever until
There are questions to answer. If this is privately raised funds, why are you saying, if you did say in the text messages that, this is not for public knowledge? Why is the money being collected at the KSAMC? The entire thing is just untidy, and the Mark Golding doesn't get to decide that this is much ado about nothing. We need a proper investigation. They need to, I don't know how many questions they faced at the media conference that they had yesterday, but they do have questions to answer regarding the whole thing, because it seems very untidy. Yeah, it seems very untidy, but we have reported that there are entities looking into the matter. So let's see what comes from that.
Yes, and with the mayor, I hear the mayor saying that he make sure go and pay and give those man money. That means same thing who to call on. Wonder if the mayor really take on people are stupid. We don't know, when politics come up and you go one side and pay off certain people because he's saying that him see people pay the guys them already and see what happened, so they make sure pay money for an earlier thing he have them can't happen. We don't understand what is that,
Well, the mayor needs to come forward. And, I don't want you to get yourself or us in any trouble, my brother. Yeah, I don't want you to get yourself or us in any trouble. So here's what I'm saying. The mayor himself, I think, needs to face the media, come forward and be properly grilled on this. And so we can get some solutions. And also we await the investigations being conducted by the authorities so empowered.
Yeah, that's true. But, we all understand.
Good. So I don't want you to be running off with any wild speculation. I'm trying to ensure that you don't get yourself or us in any legal troubles.
Okay, boss. Okay. I hear you. But what Mark Golden really coming with there? We know better than that. We know better than that. It like he's the one doing the investigation or something like that. Because I remember them asking they asked some people, say, what about the 8 people that is on the investigation? And they don't know what Mark Golden know about that, so we don't understand that.
Well, he's theorizing that it's not his people. That's what he's theorizing. The Integrity Commission says they haven't made any declaration about it. So anybody who is saying that, they are theorizing that they know who it is.
What do I know?
Nobody's going to claim that they have any members of the illicit so-called illicit aid, because they've not yet been found guilty of anything. They've been referred for investigation. They've not been found guilty of anything. But failure doesn't really have parents, But this is success is a different thing.
When this general election done and pass, Mark Golden will be still there called upon because there's nothing else to campaign for, so that is the most easy thing for him to do. So when general election come and gone, he will still there talking about the same thing because he don't have nothing to talk about. I remember one election coming up when one certain man was campaigning on Andrew House, now this is where I put them. So make my goal now take a book out. Don't take something out of that book.
All right, Delroy. Thank you for the... Sorry?
Weekend, good.
Yeah, man, you have a great weekend as well. I see John Black on our YouTube page saying, on our YouTube channel, pardon me, saying, so when will a real journalist question Mark Goling on behalf of the people. There are a lot of real journalists out there, you know. My brother, John Bloom. Yes. And Mark Goling and the entire, the PMP, top brass, Dayton Campbell et al. And the mayor, they're all welcome. I invite them to come on here and be asked the relevant questions so that they can be grilled as to what really transpired, because some of what we heard in those voice notes, if it is in fact those individuals who are on those voice notes, there are questions to answer. So the PMP president doesn't get to decide that this is much ado about nothing. He's free to share his thoughts, but the authorities need to look into the allegations that have been raised, and also, if there is nothing to hide, they can come on one of these programs, yeah. I'm inviting them on to Cliff Hughes Online when I'm here or when Cliff is on, and so we can grill them concerning these matters. We have to leave it there though. That's all we have time for in today's edition of the program. I want to thank our super producers, Michelle McRae Smith and Nora Gay Banton. Thank you so much, ladies. Of course, Nora Gay is also the host of the opening hour, the consumer hour. And we also want to say big thanks to our pilot, yes, the technical operator, Mr. Kevin Williams. Big up yourself, my boss, Anglia Bangle. And thanks to all the hardworking members of the news and production team. This has been another edition of Cliff Hughes Online. At the top of the hour, you will hear all things entertainment taking you down to the major newscast at 5, the beginning of the flagship program Nationwide at 5. But before that, you'll get to pause for a refreshing drink from the scriptures with the Oasis with the Reverend Lloyd Gale. I'm Tyrone Reid saying, have a great weekend, everyone. Good afternoon.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reid on Nationwide 90 FM.
Like a rock, my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.